Right, I'm hoping this all sets up and works properly. So, yeah, let's have a go. So, Windrose, I didn't even realise it came out today, even though it was on my wish list. But one of my friends who also had it wish list said, oh, it's out. So I ended up getting this, but I haven't started it yet. I thought I would start it on the stream. So I did stream a load of the demo of this before, and the demo was really good. Right, if high seas is the intended difficulty, we'll just put it on high seas. So, yep, we'll name the archipelago. Let's just keep that as it is. So confirm. And confirm. So if this is like the demo, there'll be a little bit at the beginning where you have to sort of do like a very short little tutorial bit. Might as well just skip through all this because so this is the same bit as the demo. So I think I have to break my way out of here if I remember right. It's Dr. Galen. So yeah, this is at the moment exactly like what's the lock on T? Yeah, I definitely want to do that. Oh, there's another bastard. I'll adjust the volume if I need to for people if it's too loud or whatever in a minute when people come on and tell me what the volume's like. Now I think there'll just be a cutscene coming up in a minute where it's sort of the bit where the game actually sort of starts. Yeah, here we go. So this is at the moment identical to the demo. Yeah, alright, Frozen Undies, yeah, I'm good, thanks. So I was saying to other people, Windrose that came out in February for the demo, and everybody really liked it, including me, obviously. That, the full game's out now, and it's like 1.0 state, so one of my mates, like, first thing this morning was like, Windrose is out. So even though it was on my wish list, I hadn't actually noticed, so yeah, I bought it. And again, even though it's brand new, because it's not a AAA game, it's an indie game, it's like £20 or something, even though the gameplay in this is way better than a lot of proper AAA games. So anyway, I'll just skip this bit because that's the end of the cutscene anyway, isn't it? But it's in that all in the demo. But yeah, basically you're thrown overboard, you're technically meant to be dead, but you're sort of undead because this game's got undead pirate sort of shit in it. It's a bit like Pirates of the Caribbean or whatever, so and if it's like before, it loads quite a massive lot of maps in at once. So basically, as in, we'll have spawned on one island, and there'll be like several kilometers worth of islands, you know, available. So the loading times aren't great, but you get quite a lot of game that loads in where you then don't need subsequent loading times, if that makes sense. It sort of like preloads the world, I guess you'd say. And I'm assuming this is a bit like in the demo where the like main objectives are always the same in this sort of stuff, but the like stuff can change around a little bit per instance of the game you're playing. Right, so yeah, now we need to go get some stuff. I might turn the sensitivity down ever so slightly. Mouse and keyboard. Let's put that down to about 6 each. Yeah, apply. I did apply, never mind. So I need to build a bonfire in a minute, but obviously I need to get some wood and all the shit for that. Can't remember all of the individual bits you need for it, but right, so B is build mode. Build a bonfire, there we go, that's that built. And then I want to do, what was it? Yeah, this is Windrose. The demo came out a couple of months ago and was really good, and now the actual full game's out. So as soon as I got up this morning, one of my mates was like, Windrose is out, Windrose is out, Windrose is out. So I was like, alright, I'll get it. Because, yeah, the demo was really good at this. And, like, the demo was actually quite a few hours long. So it was like one of those demos where, they expect you to, you know, see enough of the game in the demo that you'll get a good indication if you want to buy the game or not. Yeah, so, that's the thing, like, with Frozen Undies is, yeah, that basically the developer was confident enough that if they just let people play a couple of hours of the start of the game in the demo, they'd probably want to buy the game, and it worked, because, you know, they didn't just show you a little tiny bit of very polished gameplay, it was just like the first couple of hours of the game that were in the demo. And then I want the campfire as well, like the cooking pot, that's for actually cooking food, isn't it? Oh yeah, I need to get a tent, don't I, as well. But I need plant fibre for that. So I can cut up seaweed, I think, with my sword. Yeah. You can also, I don't know, if you have a look on Steam it will say, but I'm pretty sure it's a very small team sort of one. Yeah, it's, I think there might be a sandbox only mode, but I'm playing story. But obviously, with games like this, you have to start off actually, you know, building a, sort of starting off in a kind of survival mode anyway, before you can start getting on with any objectives. But like I said, I played a couple of hours of the demo. I didn't even technically finish the demo, but I played enough of it. I was like, yeah, I really like the gameplay loop of this. This is very similar to Valheim, or whatever it's called, because my mate that likes this really likes Valheim. Not really like the forest, no. Right, I'm just going to quickly run to the toilet, just because I've, like I said, I've had an upset stomach for the last few days. But once I get back, I'll be streaming properly. But I just want to try and make myself comfortable. So yeah, chat amongst yourselves now I'm on. I don't think that's actually paused the game, has it? But, oh well. And yeah, I'll be back in hopefully in just a couple of minutes. Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, I had to pop to take a shit round the street. Yeah, quite literally that. Back. Yeah, typical thing. Went to the toilet before the stream started, felt fine. Like 10 minutes into the stream, my stomach starts being painful. But there we go. Right, I've washed my hands, don't worry. So now I have to kill a boar and obtain its hide, so that's the same as the demo. Oh shit. Got fucking wrecked. Fucking boars. I don't know how good the story will be in this, because like I said, I only know what the story's like as far as the, you know, demo sort of bit of it, like this. Oh, fuck's sake. The boar is actually quite strong. Again. I wasn't this bad during the demo, but it seems like they're a bit tougher on the full game. Again, I don't have any ammo for the pistol, so it's not like I can, Oh, that's too slow an attack. I think if it's like the demo, the enemies won't regain health. No, they don't. So the good thing is, even if you're really fucking shit, you can just keep wailing away at them. But yeah, I'll be able to start crafting armor, and then obviously I can take more damage, and when you get better swords and that, you can deal more damage. Yeah, I've heard boars are pretty fucking insane in terms of how much damage they can take and keep charging. Again, it's if they're rewilding loads of Europe, they should definitely let us have guns if they're putting fucking boars and wolves back in. Yeah, cold steel boar spear trademark, exactly. Yeah, there's a reason people used fucking giant spears and polearms for hunting boar. You wouldn't want to do it with a little short sword. I need to get an axe and pickaxe, don't I? That's one of the main things that, Right, I'll need to get a storage crate as well, don't I, quite early on. So I know that was a thing that was in the, Okay, so we want to eat the meat, which is 6. That at least makes my max health not so crap. So yeah, I want to, make a little, like, chest, don't I, or some sort, or whatever it will, like a wicker basket thing, just for storage. Now that's kind of interesting, I feel like, but yeah, like I said, I know, isn't the cool thing as well, I mean, cool and weird, is that certain species of pig, if they're released in the wild, don't take long at all to actually turn back into proper boars. Where, like, you know, where some animals, it takes generation upon generation, where pigs can actually manage to do it within, like, a generation or something. If they get loose, they turn back into sort of wild boars. Because, again, I know pigs basically, you know, eat all of your bones and everything. They're good for disposing of bodies, apparently. Only 2 generations, is it? Right, yeah, because I was saying, I knew compared to some animals, it was very, very short, isn't it? That it doesn't take them long at all to start, yeah, and they're like fur changes and everything, doesn't it? Because again, I know there's different like pig species that look more like boars anyway, compared to like typical pink-looking pigs. But so anyway, it's B to build, isn't it? Okay, and then so signal fire. That wasn't a thing in the demo. Where was the Royal Fleet when Tortuga fell? The light of the signal fire can be seen from far. Only 3 signal fires per looking forward. And disassembly table allows you to disassemble equipment. Oh, that's cool. That wasn't in the demo. In the demo as well, you couldn't disassemble shit, so you could only put it in storage or essentially dump it. Right. So, anyway, I want to build a storage crate as one of the first things. Like this sort of thing. So pig catchers have to go to insane lengths to finish them off. Kind of interesting, yeah. Right, I'll dump all this stuff that I don't need at the moment in here. So I want to just start resource gathering now. The sword I'm going to get rid of in that chest as well for the time being. Because if I remember right, the axe, compared to the broken sword, the axe isn't really any bad at all, you know. Yeah, it's kind of insane, isn't it, compared to, you know, like some people, how much pain tolerance some animals have. That even if they're going to die, it's going to take them a while to kind of realise they're dead. Right, I think now I've got this, I can break these bits apart, and I think you can sometimes get nails from these as well, which is useful. Nails, and I'll just put those in storage, but until you're able to forge your own nails, it's quite useful just to pick up any nails you find. But yeah, I might be streaming for a couple of hours, because my only really plans for today is stream a load of this now, and when my mate finishes work, who I assume has also bought it, because he was the one that was like, it's out, it's out, it's out, you'll probably want to play a load of the co-op. Because there is co-op on this, but I never tried it in the demo. I don't know if the co-op even works in the demo, in all honesty. But it's where you can obviously all go and use the same person's camp and whatever. Right. Stone pickaxe will make now, because that is useful. The pistol, I don't think I even have any powder for or anything at the moment, so I might as well put that into storage. Oh, is there a fucking boar coming over? Okay. Oh, it's a sow, that's not as bad as the boars, but... There we go. Yeah, in the UK, weirdly, even with bows and... well, I mean, crossbows are trying to restrict more now. But even in the UK, when bows were pretty legal, you couldn't hunt with them legally. That was like one of the things, you know, you could... So, in Ohio, deer hunting is restricted to muzzle loaders and straight wall cartridges. For boar and coyotes, you can use 5.56. That's kind of interesting. I mean, is there any logic to why you have to use a muzzle loader for a deer? Or is it just some archaic rule that sort of stayed around? Ooh. They do hurt you if you stand under them when they come down. So I tested that in the demo. Let's just read what the things available are. So yeah, I want to make as soon as possible like a bag and clothing, so I've got better armor and can store more stuff on me. And then I need to get boots so my feet don't fall apart. Okay, so yeah, they're less restrictive on what you can use because they think you're, yeah, kind of doing a service to get rid of them. I sort of get what you mean. Now, is this stuff I can mine, or is this just random rocks? I think that's just random rocks, as opposed to mining rocks. Yeah. Just before I go back to camp, I am going to just break apart this, Yeah, the UK has a thing where pest control depends on the species, but then there can be some really annoying things where apparently very similar species to each other, like one you're allowed to kill, others you're not. And, you know, like sometimes some of the worst pest species are on the protected list. So it leads to, you know, all sorts of problems with people getting them on their land, you know, then trying to legally get rid of them kind of thing. Again, the smartest thing to do at that point is not tell anyone you've got them on your land and, like, shoot them when nobody's looking with a suppressed air rifle, I guess. But that's the kind of, say, oh, you have to go, yeah, it's coming right for us, like in South Park. Yeah, I know, that sort of meme. Right, so for the clothes, I need a different workbench, don't I? I need the armour and clothes. Oh, and do you have to put these indoors as well? I can't remember. In a demo, I think you need to put these indoors. I need coarse fabric for that, so I'm assuming coarse fabric, yeah, I have to craft with this stuff. I'm just going to take all of that for now. I might as well cook the dodo while I'm here. Is it going to increase my health at all or not? Or am I already at sort of max health? I suppose that's pretty lucky if he got away with only a fine if he was in a gunfight with the cops and didn't end up getting killed or being put in prison for like 20 years or whatever. Okay, so in the demo I think you have to build these indoors, but oh yeah, roof required, you still do. Okay, right. Pre-built, so let's just do a prefab because I'm lazy and they always look better than Alright, I need loads of plant fibre for that, so let's go get some plant fibre. Want more of the underbrush stuff, don't I? Plant fibre rather than that, it's going to be wood. Yeah, this sort of type of plant fibre. So I need 240, I think it said. I read that for a moment, Brown Streak, if your dad has a cow. But no, your dad has his concealed carry, like, what's that, license or permit or concealed carry weapon. And carries everywhere it's legal to. So I read that as he has a cow that he carries everywhere. Oh, weirdly, about stuff like poachers and things like that, Kevin, there was a thing I saw in the UK news today where a guy's gone to prison for a few years. And I kind of think this guy was justified to be sent to prison. But he thought some random dog walker was poaching on his land, so he went back to his house, got a hockey stick, like broke the dog walker's arms with the hockey stick, and then was like, no, he was a poacher and he was coming right for me, and nobody believed him. Even though it was clearly, like, from everything that came out about the case, the guy was, like, his next-door neighbour or something, walking the boundary of their land. That's cool, it at least was one that you could fit the bayonet on, but yeah. Oh, it's good you left peacefully, I guess, and you have no issues, but yeah. Well, I guess with some people, it's hard to know, is it, if you're directly trespassing on somebody's land, or if it's just unused land. Because like I said before, with the UK stuff, it's a bit weird with, you know, like, in theory you need to have permission to take a gun onto somebody else's land, but that can be quite complicated if you can't figure out who owns the land. Your dad sounds pretty based then. Oh, is that the first zombie? Went over there. Looks like a zombie. Armoured drowned, yeah. But yeah, that's going to be pretty fucking tough on stuff. Right, what was the shit? What was the dodge button control? Right, that's why I kept getting hurt, because I keep trying to do that with the wrong key. So control is dodge, right? Yeah. I assume orange is just so you're as visible to other people as possible. And in some places you're required to do it, aren't you? If you're like hunting or whatever, be wearing orange. Because I do know that's kind of a thing in places as well, where you know, you get the people that get injured out in like the wilderness. They're not wearing a bright colour, and it makes search and rescue for them way higher. That's what Brown Street was just saying, though. Yeah, because that's the thing. It's like I like wearing camo if I go out and about, but yeah, if there's a search and rescue, you probably want to have a high vis thing you can easily put on, don't you? But how would you know the attacker is with all that sort of thing? That's the problem. That I kind of think that's good that you've got a law so people protect each other, but could that start causing lots of legal bullshit? Where you might end up thinking you're helping the person that's been attacked, but they're actually the aggressor. Is that any sort of rock? Okay, that is a rock I can interact with. Ah, okay, that just gives me shitloads of normal stone as opposed to having to find it on the beach. Okay. Can I get any more from that, or isn't that? That's just disappearing now. But it was plant fibre, I know if you wanted. Is that zombie, yeah, he's not aggroed anymore, good, because I said that was fairly tough, that zombie. Need a better weapon first and some armour. But I've had those sort of saying I've had those situations before personally where, you know, you end up thinking you're on the right side of an argument, then later on somebody tries to get you in trouble for like standing up for one person and not another. Is that the one in Germany where the cop got stabbed to death? Because yeah, they like wrestled the wrong guy to the ground and then he got stabbed in the back by the guy with a knife. I think that was quite a famous thing in different countries, as in like it made the news in various countries, that one. Yeah, I've seen the video of that. Yeah, the guy gets like a knife and does like that to him, doesn't he? And I suppose unluckily for the cop, he probably got stabbed not in the right place where his vest was. But yeah, I've seen the video of that one. But like I said, that's to me is the main danger with that sort of thing, is that you might end up tackling the wrong guy or whatever, or that sort of thing, you know. Because one of my relatives was saying they had a similar thing where when they were on holiday, because the woman was on crutches and like some drug dealer or something was chasing after a guy on crutches that hadn't paid him his money or whatever, he saw this woman on the crutches, and because he didn't get a good look of her, went to like punch her in the face before realising it wasn't the guy he was chasing after. Alright, so yeah, he got him sort of there. Yeah. It's not bad for the cop, obviously. But, yeah. Again, sort of... Oh, are they like the silver ones, Kevin? Like the really bright silver ones? But yeah. Like I said, I haven't been hiking in years to a place where I'd actually need that kind of stuff, you know. But if I was doing like a national park style hike type thing again, I'd definitely probably carry a thermal thing and a high visibility thing and a survival whistle and everything. I've heard of Mylar, yeah. Right, how much of the various crops have I got now? Oh, 266. So that should mean that I can go back to camp now and make that prefab house. Right, let's go make the prefab house. There's still one grave marker. I didn't spot it when I went past it. It says there's a grave marker about here, but I don't see it. You know, like you died here, pick up your items sort of thing. It'd be probably when I was dying over and over again to that boar, but I physically can't see it. Okay, never mind. Right, so we want to build now this, don't we? The house on stilts. Now we want to move this stuff, however we move it. What was the key for moving stuff? I'll have a look in a second. Again, quite hard to go camping where I am, annoyingly, because there's not many places that are sort of good for camping near me without going a decent distance via car, and I don't have a car anymore. I assume it's going to be on the B thing to toggle destroy mode. Is there like a movement thing on destroy mode? I know there's a way of moving stuff around. Yeah, like sort of van camping or that sort of camping, yeah, brown streak. Fuck's sake, my stomach's still really painful. It's annoying, because like I said, I want to just be doing a stream, but wasn't too bad most of the day. There's just constantly being a pain in the arse now. Alright, Regiv, wow. Not quite a pain in my arse where it is, more like a pain in my lower, sort of my abdomen, but yeah. Again, how do I move stuff around? There is a way of doing it. I assume it's on building mode, but I'm assuming maybe building options. That's just. Unless I just have to delete them, then rebuild them. Let's try that. Toggle destroy mode. Alright, now let's see if I can just put them in the house like that. Crafting and utilities. Yeah, let's just do these inside. The structure is unstable. I'm trying to go through the door at the moment, mate. Right, there we go. Right, let's try again. I don't think this one has to be indoors anyway, but... And then we want the, that one, armour and clothes. Yeah, so we want boots first of all. Right, I've got just enough of boots. The next thing I want to do is probably actually do the, like, satchel bag, just for storage reasons. Put your boots on. Yeah, at some point I'll have to get that item destroying station, because like I said, that wasn't a thing in the demo and it sounds quite useful. What was the resources for it? I need clay and copper for that. No, I was on about those of people the other day though, funny enough Psychonob. I've never tried them, I've never seen them for sale other than like retail price of them where they're several £100s to £1,000. Right, I'll let you guys talk amongst yourself again, because unfortunately I'm going to have to run to the toilet again, because like I said, my stomach is just deciding to play up the moment I started streaming today. Believe it or not, it's mostly been alright most of the day, but now I've started streaming, I'm getting like the cold sweats and the, you know, like I said, like the stomach cramp, so I'm hoping this isn't the colitis starting to take a turn. I'm hoping it's just a case that I ate something that didn't agree with me, or like, you know, my stomach's still a bit annoying. So I'll be back hopefully in a few minutes, and then we'll see if we can get through a stream or not. Right, back in a minute. Right, back. So yeah, I might, I don't know if I've got any handy on my desk. I was going to say take a diarrhea tablet, but I sadly don't think I've got any handy on my desk. But yeah, hopefully I'll be alright for 30 minutes to an hour, then I'll do a shorter stream than I was planning, I think, today. Right, can you do deposit similar? Right, so we now need to get, oh, it says, yeah, I need to get some copper and everything. I've got fairly a decent amount of inventory spaces. Don't think I can actually plant anything yet, because I don't think I've got the, let's pop all those in there for now. Okay, so I needed to find the mine place, didn't I? And if it's like the demo, there might be a secret dungeon on this sort of island, which is good for just sort of getting some starting gear. So I think there's only like one enemy in it, or whatever, one or two enemies, if I find it. I think this is going to be the place of the ore. Or is it not? Because in the demo, these rocks are always like the ones with like a cave entrance. Oh, let's try carrying on to the objective marker. Maybe it's this one then. Yeah, maybe you get fake caves like from a distance that look similar but aren't. To level up yet, sadly. Oh, the good thing in this is there's no weapon degradation or anything, so at least not on normal. So you don't have to worry like, oh, I'm going to mine too much stuff and break my pickaxe or whatever. You just keep doing it till you fill up your inventory. How's my inventory space looking? I've still got loads of space. Okay, I'm going to have a better bag. At least this is an easy way of getting lots of stones. Sure how much copper I need to start with, so I'd rather get too much and then you know, not need to come back for a while, but otherwise you can get in that sort of situation where you don't quite take enough copper for how much you need to smelt and end up sort of having to do a few trips. Most of this side, isn't it, I think? There's a couple more. I'm going to just flick that light off there, because where I'm in a dark place, the light in my eyes is making it quite hard to see. Right, is that pretty much everything from in here? I think sometimes there's a couple of little side rooms in these places as well. I think the rock also very, very slowly respawns. Yeah, that's all proper copper, so let's grab that. As in, sort of, you get a decent amount of copper from it, as opposed to, like, 1 bit of copper per couple of bits of waste rock. Like that. Hopefully enough for now. How much have I got? Yeah, I've got nearly an entire inventory filled with rocks and copper now. So that will do. What does that little icon there mean? Might be something on the main map, not in a little cave actually. I wonder if it's saying it's like a conventional rock type thing. Ah, yeah, something here. Ah, yeah, clay. Because you need clay for, I think making the, like, clay ovens or whatever it is for making then charcoal. Yeah, sort of similar. Apparently it's closer to something called Valheim, but I never played that. And Valheim's like a, I think a Viking Minecraft sort of thing. Hoping in a minute I have enough clay that I don't need to, as I was saying, that I've nearly depleted this entire thing, so I might as well finish doing that. Or am I now too full and I can't take any more clay? Right, let's dump that rock. Right, okay, so I'm going to go back to where my camp was. Alright, nobody. Alright, let's not run into those zombie things there. And the giant crabs. Probably can't fit any more rocks anyway at the moment. I'm not allowed to show guns in the stream full stop. As you should know, user. I mean, you can technically show them if they're in a video game form on YouTube, but if I was to pick up even an airsoft gun or whatever off the table, that immediately gets me a strike. And with the flintlock pistol in the game, I don't have any, like, powder for it or whatever yet, so it's pretty useless. Yeah, you build a ship or repair a ship later on, yeah. No, I won't get a chance to do that on today's stream, especially my stomach playing up a bit. Because I think when I was in the demo, it was like 3 or 4 hours into the demo before you'd got a decent ship. You know, like you'd repaired an actual proper ship as opposed to just using a little kind of raft. I suppose pretty good run though, 16 days. Right, so the doctors turn up now.
I remain at your service.
Right, so now I need to craft the that and that, don't I? The then I can start making actual let's just put a load of wood in there to make charcoal. I need charcoal ready to make the copper. Oh, I got caught by a BTR, so you get 14.5 millimeter by it. I think charcoal's in like a collection tray, isn't it? I've got enough inventory room to... I'll tell you what, let's just put all the wood in so I get more inventory room. Fit that. Can't do ingots very fast at the moment because I don't have enough spare... Put the clay away from there on some of the rocks. I can't even remember there being a BTR in the Black Ops Cuba mission. I remember you take like a little car to go to Castro's villa, don't you? That's all I can remember. There's like a little bit on an airfield before you get captured. But that's all I can remember about that. Yeah, what do the numbers mean?
I remain at your service.
Alright, yeah, so I just can't remember though, that's the only thing. Right, so... I think... Do I actually get my little boat now? Like the really shit boat? I think there's a key once you've got the little boat to just call it into the shore area nearest to where you are. Let's make another storage container. Okay, free wood for that, okay. Well, there's a dodo there. Yeah, the buzzer, isn't it, UVB 76? That's still technically operating, as far as I'm aware. Like every now and again you get some chatter on it. Yeah, Far Cry 2. Far Cry 2 is, funnily enough, I'd say the best one. Well, at least with mods it's the best one. Because it's the one in Africa with, like, the FALs and the AKs and the G3s and everything. And the constantly respawning checkpoints. So yeah, if you, as long as you mod, get one of the good mods for Far Cry 2, it's actually really good Far Cry 2. But, it kind of got a bit too campy after that. Far Cry 3 I still like. Blood Dragon's really good as its own thing. But yeah, in general I kind of find with the Far Cry games that they actually... Oh, that's kind of cool how the overhang or whatever from that stopping the sand getting wet next to it. Might as well make another... I don't have enough resources for that anyway. Oh, I can make the disassembler now, right? Can I use this outside or does it have to go inside? Alright, cool, I can disassemble this. Right, so my shitty old boots, whichever thing I've got those in, like my broken boots, I'll get those out and disassemble those and the broken sword. So we ought to confirm that. We get some nails, and confirm that. We get some cloth. Okay, good. So like I said, they're kind of useless, those sort of starting weapons anyway. They're worse than just using an axe or a pickaxe in combat. The broken starting sword, and you can't repair it, you just get better swords. My storage is the one on the left, isn't it? Okay, cool. Just gonna keep feeding this for now. Is that the one where it has the bolt round the wrong way on it? I can't remember if it was Far Cry 2 where the bolt is literally off the wrong side of the gun. Because it was that thing of, oh, it looks cooler when you're cocking it. So they had like a left-handed bolt action or something. But yeah, with Far Cry 2, I think basically you end up just wanting an AK or a FAL or whatever, which isn't going to jam very much. Yep, yeah, I vaguely remember that now, yeah. Right, so... you need a bigger boat. Okay, so I need to actually run the run-aground ships to, oh, craft a melee weapon. That's an objective, okay. Probably need a weapons workbench for that, don't I? Have a look. Weapons of workbench, but yeah, I need some more wood and I need some of my copper ingots for that. I did a bit of mining. I started making my camp a little bit bigger. That's how I had to run to the toilet again. So yeah, next time my stomach starts hurting, I'm just going to end the stream because annoyingly, it's the sort of law thing that my stomach was alright for most of the day until I started the side stream. Now I get the stomach's like, gonna make you run to the shitter. Yeah, isn't the Jackal though kind of also meant to be a bit like Jack Carver from the first Far Cry game? Who declared war on Moldova? Cheers, right, dude. It's just that typical Sod's Law thing where, you know, all I can do is take my colitis medication and maybe take some antidiarrheals and just hope it clears up. But at the moment, the last like week or so, I've had just quite an easy to upset stomach, you know, where I'm having to be really careful what I eat. I think I ate too much stuff the other day which had a bit of mayo or whatever in it. Right, okay, so what was the thing I was going to do? Make a weapons workbench, wasn't it? I don't want to craft that. I'll craft it to make an even 30 amount of length. Right, cool, so I want to, that one, weapons workbench, yeah. Yeah, like you said, being ill as a kid's fine. It's when you get to be an adult and then you want to actually do stuff and it's just fucking up your daily life. Right, so I need to get 2, so I need a load more copper, but I also need 2 rough hide to make the better saber, okay. Let's do that then. Yeah, I've got plenty of inventory space. I will put some stuff into a storage crate, but I don't really need it with me at the moment. Just thought I need to build another little storage thing, don't I? Storage in beds. I might as well put one over here for all of the ingots and whatever else. So yeah, let's put all of these. They can just all go in that one for now. Dodo eggs. Do I need something else to go to dodo eggs to cook them? Yeah, I think you have to do them with like boar meat, don't you? It's like bacon. That can go in there, okay. So I just want to get a load. I want a boar hide, don't I? So I want like leather essentially. Yeah, good idea. Like I said, I might have a cup of tea a bit later actually, because at least a cup of tea never upsets my stomach, unlike coffee, where coffee can be a bit too acidic or oily or whatever. A cup of tea is normally alright even if your stomach's a bit upset. I need to put do not disturb on because typically I'm getting sent messages while I'm streaming. Although the friend that's done it, I don't think is doing it deliberately. I think he's just doing a case of not paying attention to if I'm streaming or not and decided to send me some pictures. Right. Oh, hello. There's, I mean, this is what I want. There's 3 boards here, but I need to be careful because there's 3 fucking boards in. No, am I being stun locked? Oh shit, he's nearly dead. That's 1 down. I ought to really make some bandages and I keep forgetting to do it at the base. Because I think you just make bandages using plant fibre if I remember. Even if it doesn't help me. Oh no, is that 7 bandages or is that just rough? It's just like rough hemp, isn't it? Right, so I at least know on the map that there's some boars around here. And that's enemy gunboats. Okay, so if I run directly north of the camp, I can get to where the boars were again. But I'll go get some bandages first, because otherwise I can't really... Yeah, I was saying, if there was a good boar spear in it, but at the moment, like I was saying, Kevin, I've not got very good tools for the boars, so they're stupidly dangerous. What's this undiscovered point of interest around here? Oh, that might be the repairable little boat. This looks like another little mine now. Mine? Oh. Hello. That wasn't in the demo, finding a musket and things like that over here. Fast travel bell. If this isn't a repairable one, then I guess I'll break this up for parts. Can't annoyingly take that chest with me and break that apart, which is an empty chest now or whatever. Right, so with that, I assume I'm still going to need gunpowder and everything for it, and I still don't actually have gunpowder, so that's the problem. The good thing is these give you sometimes nails, which are useful for just certain building components early on. Right. main objective is just to make bandages at the moment, nothing fancy. Was that just on the regular workbench you make bandages? Yeah. I'll just make a full amount of them. And because I can make other hemp or whatever quite easily, can't I? So that's on thing 7. Oh, I'm at full health anyway, whoops, because I got back to camp. But never mind, I've got bandages I can at least take with me now. Alright, let's go finish off those boars and get some leather, and then use the leather to make a better sabre, so I've got an alright sword. Well, there's one there, actually, saying that. That's it, yeah, I don't have to go all the way I was planning on going. Run. I don't want to be locked onto you anymore. Oh my god, the healing is going to be so slow with the bandages. If only I had my cold steel boar spear to help me against this boar. There we go, right, that's another one down. I still need one more boar hide. Oh, another... Hello, Oda. Right, so... Is it over here I was going, or is this a different objective? That's just a dead man. A few dead men. Oh, I can now call my boat. Okay, I have got a working boat now. But what was the, side quests? Among the wreckage ashore, I find a pirate skeleton. Note nearby mention a buried chest of gold. I need a shovel though, don't I, for getting buried treasure, and I don't have a shovel yet. I just need to craft a melee weapon for that. Right, oh, better heal again. Sows aren't as dangerous as main boars, but I only want to aggro one at once. Come on. Oh no, they're both aggroed. Right, there we go. I finally have enough rough hide to make the wrap for my sword, whatever it is. Oh yeah, I love that, because the old one for the 1796 Sabre I've got had a thing like that, yeah, where there was just like jackets or boots filled with meat, where he was just going like, roar! Yeah, and just sort of smacking the shit out of, yeah, like slicing boots filled with meat, yeah, exactly as you said. Back to my HP has changed because I need to eat again. Is that just something I sell then? Are these beads ones I can equip? Or not? No, so I can't equip those beads. So they're kind of useless things, those. They're just for selling. They don't have any intrinsic value. Okay. Oh, there's some more boars or sows or whatever. Right, does the talisman do anything? No, only sold to smugglers. So far, the only useful thing I've found here is the healing potions. I've opened that already, haven't I? There's one more bit of loot here, apparently. It's going to be that one. No, nothing to loot. I've looted that one. I've looted that one and looted that one, so far, somewhere there's something else I haven't looted here. It always reminds me of the surviving edged weapons bit where the guy stabs somebody through the door. And it makes me think that there's going to be a segment like that where he's like, look how good it is for stabbing someone through your door. Right, good, that's even more bits of boar material, but I want to find where that last bit of treasure is here. So we've done that chest, we did the other chest. I think there'd be one around here somewhere, wouldn't you? Oh, hang on, is there like a little hidden room behind there? Yeah, okay, there we go. Healing herbs. And some manuals and a talisman thing, I think. Right, I can go make my sword now, can't I? So let's go do that. Again, I think I have at least managed to stream for an hour, even if I've been a bit uncomfortable. But yeah, I'll be on a little bit longer. At the moment, my stomach isn't too bad, but like I said, that might just suddenly shift. Oh no, there's 3 balls there. Fuck that. Is this a breakable one? Yep. Maybe just a load of people in your area using it or whatever, don't know. Because this is streaming using the same settings I normally do, so if you can normally watch a stream, it's alright. It's probably at your end, I imagine. Right, okay, so... Weapons workbench. Saber. Oh, I need more iron, that's fine, because I can get that from over here without an issue. Right. Take all. That's my inventory's for. Okay, look. Let's put this random stuff that is just apparently sellable but doesn't otherwise do anything in there. Let's feed this some more wood. Right, there we go. We've got a better quality sword. Just on the workbench at the moment. Right, so that sword probably is worth using as opposed to these, because it's saying that it's still only 100 attack for each one, but this has a B, what's that rating? I guess that's agility or something. Oh, we'll see. There might be some point to using an actual real saber rather than or a cutlass as opposed to a saber as opposed to like smacking animals with rocks on a stick. that in here. We can store that. It's for filling up the lamp, isn't it? The animal fat. So I'll keep that on me for a second. Put the lamp there. Put those rocks away and the wood and the feathers and all that. Okay, that's a less shit inventory now in terms of nicer stuff for Hatcher's purpose. And I'm going to swap those dodo eggs for... Maybe don't... No, I don't want to keep dodo eggs in. Make another container. Is there space in this one? No. Oh, but they can stack in there, can't they? Yep. Okay, right. So, oh, I want to use that bell to make a fast travel station near me. Crafted out a workbench. Okay, so, oh, farming, that wasn't in the demo. Alright, cool. Let's plant some seeds then. Because that was not in the demo, or you didn't get ever to the point in the demo where I was, where you could make use of those. So what that means is I can now use that when I build a second fast travel point. You can use them to move between fast travel points, which is pretty essential when you're using a really slow boat to get around. Because like I said, the first... does this auto-save this game or whatever? I assume it does. Settings, gameplay, doesn't say I need to save anywhere, does it? Still level 1. Upgrade your weapon at a weaponsmith's workshop. The weapon must be equipped. Okay. So let's see about doing an upgrade. Yeah, again, I've heard different cold steel things really vary, but the Spetsnaz shovel is really good. I always like the cold steel gladius, and like I said, the 1796 I've got is fairly good. Even if at one point some of their 1796s were meant to be a bit meh. I don't think any of them were like bad in the sense they'd fall apart. But some of them did have a bit of a reputation, I think, of being like, you know, like the balance was a bit off or something like that. Right, so okay, upgrade, confirm. Right, so I've now got a slightly better saber. And oh, I've finally completed that beginner quest thing. How my shore adventure began. Does that give me enough XP to like level up or anything? No, I'm still a bit short of XP to level up. Right, can I make a shovel though? Because I needed a shovel, didn't I? For yeah, shovel. I needed a shovel. There we go, craft. For digging up that buried treasure. Which I guess the food doesn't really need to be on that quick bar, does it? Because the food is more like a, it's not like an insta-heal thing, it's I was going to make lantern fuel, wasn't I, as well, when I was here. Yeah, like I said, I did like this. Was say when it came out, it just was that comfy kind of return to wilderness sort of thing. Oh yes, I don't know if upgrading your equipment was ever a thing in the demo, or wasn't probably with the first versions of the demo. Because that was kind of the... Again, even though I can make bullets, I don't think I can make gunpowder yet. Refill repair. Right, here we go. So now my lamp is full. That's good. Right, okay, I want to go have a look. Now I've got a shovel. Let's just check in case this bit's glitched where... oh, I want to dig with it, don't I? Rather than... just because that's where that grave marker went. I want to just check there wasn't something here that was causing the grave marker to still keep showing up. Probably when I quit the game and come back in, that'll probably disappear. I think it's just glitched, but... happens if I now do flatten? Yeah, just randomly digging a trench. But yeah, that's alright. We'll go have a look at that proper treasure thing rather than just fucking about with that endlessly. But, that was that blue place up here, so just slightly northeast of where I am. Have you seen the video of the Mobic that comes back from the front in Russia and he starts digging a massive trench in his tenement blocks, like, little communal garden? And, like, the person says in the video, the doctors came, shrugged their shoulders and left. And there's this poor fucking Mobic, like, shell-shocked, just in this fucking trench he's dug in the, like I said, in the tenement blocks garden. It would only be worse for him, I guess, if some fucking kid flew a little drone past him. Right, so we're looking for buried treasure. I can't remember if this is the one where there's like a red thing hanging from a tree and you use the, like, you find a little red cloth hanging from a tree and that marks which one you dig under. Let's have a look. Library maybe? No. Challenges, collections, no, none of those. We'll track it, but like I said, I think at the moment... It's like when I played this before, I thought you could look at... Oh, is that in Curios? Oh, it's probably in Curios. Does that say which of the... Oh, I see you put them to journal once you've... Yeah. I think that my first air rifle was a Crossman Nitro Venom. That's a gas ram as opposed to a, like, standard Springer. That went wrong at one point when I owned it, and it had to be, like, they had to have the gas ram all repaired and replaced, but otherwise it was a good air rifle, but the barrel's a bit bent now, so it never shoots where you think it's going to shoot. Just because it's, you know, over time of slamming it shut and opening it, slamming it shut and opening, the actual barrel's bent a little bit. But yeah, it was quite good when it worked. Right, so you didn't mention a tree, did he, this guy? You just mentioned they were forever, like, guarding the treasure or something. So maybe the treasure's just around where these bodies are. Somewhere. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh shit. Hello. Fucking cunt throwing shit at me. Did I just despawn then? So don't get too far away. Oh, for fuck's sake. Right. So we've got to deal with some fucking undead pirate bastards. Oh, and I need to eat up some food because my guy is starving apparently. Assuming I don't have any powder, do I? No, no bullets or gunpowder, so yeah, that musket's kind of useless. Right, so they're gonna spawn and attack me, aren't they, as soon as I open that chest again. Unlocking me. Okay. I don't want to run too far from them because I don't want them to despawn, because I need to obviously fight them. One down. Down. Oh, fuck's sake. Right, start all over again then with that lot. Because unless only 2 of them respawn this time, because it counts that I've killed a couple of them. Like I said, as I do get better equipment in this, it obviously stuff gets easier to combat because you do more damage per hit, you take less damage per hit. That's now technically a zombie sword would be banned. Yeah, no, they need to put bright green colouring on it and maybe words like kill. And also some useless serrations that don't make it any better as a sword. Make it look scary. Right, I'm hoping that this time only like 2 of them spawn, because that's all that was left. No, I'm going to have to manage all of these in one go. I'll help if the camera is focused. One down. There we go. Yeah, fuck you guys. I can, but I need like more and more materials to do it each time. So it becomes a bit difficult till I get to, you know, a bit later on in the game. But I've got some silver ingots and guineas now. So that's at least, I guess, slightly useful. Right, I haven't fully explored this island yet. So this island is probably still going to be the easiest island in the game. So with level scaling of enemies, I probably... Cheers, Brown Streak. Again, this is one of those games I think it might be a bit easier on, because you do more melee combat and shooting. I might find this game easier on the controller, because I think it's one of those games that, you know, if you're playing it more like a Dark Souls, kind of doing the dodge a bit like a roll at the right times, I think it's easier to play the game like that. But the keyboard and mouse scheme isn't brilliant for that. Like I said, at least with most of the conventional enemies, they don't regen health, so if you fight them, you kill a couple, damage a couple, and then die. You can come back and, you know, get them at a later stage. But with those guys, obviously you had to do them all in one. Right, so let's... fuck it, let's just chuck all my wood in here. I grabbed the charcoal out. Craft as much more of that as I can for the time being. Right, okay, let's see how much it is to upgrade the sword again. So upgrade, saber, 7 and 2, I can do that once. Musket, there's no point doing anything with yet, because I haven't even got, any ammo for it. I think on the next island you start getting enemies that drop gunpowder. Right, okay, so what have I got in my inventory? What do I need? Let's create another box and put some of this stuff into storage. Storage in beds. I need 3 wood, okay. Let's quickly just go kill a tree. Oh, and again, I've got some seeds, that's kind of useful, because like I said, unlike the demo, I can actually plant those seeds. I don't actually need as much wood as I'm doing, but I thought I might as well get a load more while I'm here. Right, okay, so that will be enough wood for some chests, and I can also plant another little thing, can't I? Farming. There we go. I'll put 2 of these here while I'm here. Fill this one up first. Any wooden bits like that I can get on me while I'm there. Plant fibre and everything I can put back away. I've still got a load of bandages on me. Alchemical ingredients, can't really make use of those yet as far as I'm aware. Have I used up all my iron ore now? Yeah. Tell you what, let's leave those there. I'll go back before I do anything else on the next island to the mine that was in the north. I'll go have a check out of that western area first as well. But I might as well map out this island fully. Right, the crabs, if I remember in the demo, were quite vulnerable to the pickaxe, because it's like a piercing attack. Yeah. And one undead guy there, but it's just one of him. Yeah, when there's only like one enemy at a time and you don't have to worry about like getting hit from multiple angles, they're not too bad, a lot of the combat. But yeah, once you have like, several guys and you have to keep watching for each of them trying to get an opening on you. I wonder why crabs drop undead essence, that's a bit weird. I think the shovel, if I remember right, is fairly decent as well at vomiting people. What does a swollen one do? Oh, vomits at you, okay. Maybe it's not that great against these type of guys anyway. Is he going to explode now he's dead or anything? No, okay. Another ball. I do want leather for upgrades. Right, my stamina's down, so I want to be careful, because when my stamina's down, they obviously can like knock through your guard, I think it is. Assuming that's how the mechanics work. One more rough hide. Yeah, crab pick, look at that! You just smash the crab with the crab pick. I don't know, I'm kind of doing him slightly Billy Mays as well there. I'd laughed if Lynn Thompson at some point did like ISIS-style beheading knives. You know, like, this is the best knife chosen by terrorists everywhere to saw somebody's head off. Oh, he's fallen on his back. Okay. Alright, is that the end of my healing potions? Yeah, it is, that's alright, because, although I can make my own, I think if it's like the demo, every now and again, if you go and talk to the doctor, he's made you some. Was that a Gerber knife Jihadi John used to behead people? I have a weird feeling it was a Gerber knife. I ought to really be collecting the shells. Can't remember if it was on the Bear Grylls range ones or not. I have a feeling it was like the orange Gerber knife. Maybe the Bear Grylls one. And again, they didn't get banned in the UK, despite the fact actual jihadis used them. They just banned zombie knives, even though it's a very similar thing, a bright orange knife. So I was joking with one of my mates the other day that I've got a couple of like survival knives in the sense of, you know, they are bright colours. So if you drop them in the grass or snow, they're like fluorescently bright, so you can see where they all are. Yeah, I'll have a look in a second. I won't get it up on this screen for obvious reasons, so I can have a look on my phone quickly. But I have a weird feeling at least some of the ISIS guys use Gerber knives. Alright, Rich. But yeah, so technically, if they expanded the zombie knife definition further, this knife would be on that, even though, again, the reason it's bright orange and that is so if you drop it and it's dark or whatever, it's like reflective and bright, and you can find your knife easily. Because it's literally like one of those types of survival knives, you know, designed to be used in kind of snowy, wet, horrible conditions. And then if you... So it's got like the rubberized grip that's really good for gripping with various gloves or wet hands as well. I think that was Umarex actually that made that, the company that also makes air guns. Like I said, that's the sort of stupid thing that would end up as collateral with the zombie knife type stuff, even though it's, like I said, literally just a practical knife for outdoorsy type stuff. Is that telling me there's an enemy behind me? Oh shit, there is. There's a fucking crab. Oh, there's two of these guys. Oh, fuck you. Not any of the people in the chat are on about the zombie in the game, it's just being a dick. No! Fuck you, bloody... Yeah, I'm just going to have a quick look. Jihadi John knife. Again, it's going to put me on all sorts of watch lists for doing this. Steal his look. Ah, yeah, no, you're right. He has an M9 bayonet rip-off in that particular thing. Yeah, it's like not even a genuine M9 knife. It's a rip-off of the M9. Oh, but does he have different ones in different videos? Yeah, he does. Yeah, so in one of these, I think he has the Gerber knife, yeah. And then in some others, he has like the M9 rip-off, yeah. I'm just going to search Gerber, because I think somewhere somebody did do an ID on all the knives they used. With some analysts and observers online speculating on various models, including from brands like Gerber or other survival knives. It suggested he might have a Gerber LMF2 or Gerber Strong Arm. But yeah, in others, he definitely, like you were saying, Kevin, has just like a rip-off M9 mask. Not mask. M9 mask. Thinking of, yeah, I'm confusing the M9 respirator now with the M9 bayonet. But yeah, an M9 bayonet. But yeah, like I said, it's not even a genuine M9 bayonet. It's like some tactical M9. Looks shit. So yeah, I'm gonna whinge at ISIS now for having bad choices in knives. Right, let's go get my shit back, shall we? And it's 20 to 8 now. I can look at. I keep forgetting I can look at the fucking timestamps on not 20 to 8, 26. On the actual chat there, it's got the timestamps. I keep forgetting that, and I go to look at my watch, even though again it's accurate as and when the people make the comment. Yeah, they'd suffocate you with them and keep tightening it until your head popped off. Oh yeah, you get your finish filter, because like I said, the M61 is a better version of the M9. And you just smash somebody's neck in until it comes off. Yeah, assault filter, you just smash the head in. Oh! Come on, ooh, come on, dodge. Yeah. Now, when I've dealt with this guy, I think there was a thing in the options about dodge delay, so I might turn that completely off. Right, that other one isn't aggroing, so before he aggroes, was it in mouse and keyboard, controller, video? I thought it was the thing where it said something about, doubt it being graphics anyway. I thought there was one that said something to do with like dodge amount in the gameplay somewhere. Yeah, gameplay. Hold attack button to gather resources. Toggle auto lock on. I want to try that. Yeah, that might be useful. But that wasn't the one. I thought that was the one where it said something about editing the dodge amount. Again, maybe I just imagined that, or maybe it was a thing that you only could adjust prior to starting the game. Like, not, you know, when you're actually in game. Yeah, that one at least wasn't at full health. Because like I said, at least in this, other than certain enemies, most of them lose, when you've hurt them, they never heal. So you can kind of just beat your head against the wall in this game, slowly chipping the health down of certain enemies. Right, there's a camp here, so let's go have a look what's in here. And there's a dodo there, so I don't want to run straight into him. Right, okay, so homeward journey returns you to last revival point, but I guess you can only use it once. That's not that useful. It's just like a fast travel sort of thing, isn't it? Back to your last camp, but without dying. Notes, put to journal, and was there still another thing to find here? Yeah, there was, okay. But yeah, like I said, so the full version of this seems pretty good. Again, I don't know what content there is after we complete the demo area, because at the moment this is very similar to what was just in the demo, just a bit more fleshed out. But like I said, it was the fact that they gave people like a 4-hour demo to play, kind of did. I did like that, because it generally shows a developer that's not scared of people getting to grips with their game mechanics, you know, and thinks that the game will sell well based on people actually playing and enjoying the demo. seeing if any more stuff here I can break up for like parts. Oh, there's a parrot. There's still apparently something to find around here. What did that journal say I put in my thing? I assume I've already archived it, haven't I? It goes in curios. Again, I've nearly leveled up now, but not quite. I'll bury the excessive gear, but not... Ah, this is the one I saw before. Beneath the tree marked with a red rag. Right, so we need to find a tree near here that has a red rag on it. And then we dig there, and it should have some stuff. And I think this time... Oh, there's a boar again. Let's deal with that before... Or is this an elite one? He's got like a scarier looking... Oh, shit. Shit, come on. Dodge, dodge. Oh, fuck your bloody... Right, let's go back and kill that boar. And then look for our tree thing. I might craft some more bandages while I'm at camp. And I need food as well, don't I? I don't need that thing there. I can stop that if I've got any food in any of these boxes. Could I put food in the box, or am I going to have to go find some... I can eat those raw. Okay, so let's take those regardless. No food in that one. I must have eaten all my food then. Did I check that one? Oh, I've got dodo eggs, but I don't think I can cook them on their own. Alright, that will increase my HP slightly. Can I do much of these? Beautiful shellfowl on the beach. No, I guess they're just like a either useless item or trading or something on them. Yeah, I'm afraid I can't really help you there. I mean, you can get for certain canteen bottles like webbing stuff that you can then just clip onto a rucksack or like stuff like that. But again, like I said, depends on the thing. Because like this one, even this giant bottle here, which I wouldn't necessarily use hiking, but that's got like a clip-on bit there so you can loop it through various bits. But again, it's not the ergonomic. Again, since I started trying out camelbacks, I quite like camelbacks more than I thought I would. Especially because, you know, you can just shove them into a gas mask and use them to drink from gas masks with the right adapters for them. It was back to full health. I didn't think the enemies went up now, unless it's a different ball than the one that killed me. Oh shit. Shit. Okay, that's that one dealt with. Yeah, like I said, without seeing it, I wouldn't really know, but there's a drowned over there as well, and a fawn fiddle. There's loads of shit around it. Right, we're looking for the tree, aren't we, with the red rag on it, or like a red flag on the tree or something, relatively close to here. Ah, no, that's the boar that attacked me. Ah, there we go, that's the tree I want as well. Yeah, it doesn't look red in this light, but yeah, there's, Oh, those are ones with the awful plasticky smell. Because even in the UK, when we used to get those as surplus and they weren't that old, they had that awful plastic smell to them. I want to dig, don't I, rather than smash everything. The British canteens, which were similar to those USGI ones, were never as bad in terms of smell, for whatever reason. Like the black ones that had the Avon gas mask connector on the top. Right, I need to clear some inventory space, so... What don't I really need? I definitely don't need those horns or the shell, to be honest. Right, so that's... Oh, I've leveled up. Good. Right, oh. Hang on. Once I get off the bit I'm stuck on. Right, let's terraform the ground a bit and get out of here. There we go. Right, so I want to go back to camp now, but yeah, I've leveled up. So if I go to... however I do it, and there's a way you can do it on your character. Toggle stat screens? No, there's a way that... Ah, progression. There we go. Right. So I've got 4 stat points available. I think the older ones have BPA and the new ones probably don't, but there's still that horrible smell. Right, let's do 1 point strength, 1 point agility. So what does precision do? So that's pistols and muskets. Not much point me using that yet because I'm not really running into gunpowder, so I'll wait till level 3 before putting anything into that. Critical hit chance, yeah, let's do that. And vitality increases health, endurance increases stamina. So we've done everything but stamina so far out of the main sort of abilities, and stamina is probably the one I'd put the most points into next time because it's generally useful stamina. But so let's take this stuff back to camp. I did see a funny thing though, where scientists that had been measuring microplastics for years eventually admitted that their numbers were totally off because they accidentally kept measuring their like vinyl gloves, which was throwing off their numbers. So I just find stuff like that with science, where it's like, you know, you have these very, very educated, smart people doing all these tests, but they fundamentally fuck up a basic of their test because they forgot they were contaminating every single item they were touching with their own rubber gloves. Or like, you know, whatever type of gloves they were using were putting plastics into whatever they were testing. I don't have any room for the clay. Is there anything else I got on me that's not raw I could eat? I can eat that, but, I need to cook the food really. I really need to make the satchel bag as soon as I've got the materials for it, because that massively helps in this having, you know, like being a bigger carry capacity because of a bag. Right, cook the food. So you want to do a load of bacon and eggs, load of boiled crab, load of dodo broth. Take all I've got space for. Yeah, there we go. So now we've got some actual food on me again.
Remarkable times we live in.
Remarkable times. Very pretty, like sunrise over there. Look, it's in the east, so it must be a sunrise. Ah, that's kind of interesting, Sherlock. So yeah, don't drink out your canteen. Use it to wash fallout off of yourself. Okay. Where do I make the bag then? It said I could make a bag, but... Ah, torn sail... There's 2 types of bags, okay. So that type of bag is really cheap. The sailor bag... Right, I can't quite do the sailor bag, and I need to make the sailcloth bag first. So I need 2 rough fabric and a rope, okay. Then I can make that. Craft. Okay, cool. Right, and then, yeah, I've massively expanded my inventory space, which is great. So when I get some more stuff from the boars, I can make, yeah, I just need to get one more rough leather or whatever it is. Oh, but I also need to improve the tool station. Build more improvements to this station. Never mind then. Okay, I can't quite get that one yet. But at least we've got the better thing. Right, can I make any of the other clothes, like the pants or the jacket? Right, I need to make a load of that coarse fabric then. Then... Right, so take it. Right, I could make the jacket. And all of these others require 2s, and I don't have a 2 yet, so let's swap that for that. So now we've got something that gives us 100 defense, and I think I can level up. And let's just grind up the other one. Only gives me the basic cloth back, that's alright, still gives me something. Oh, I had another seed plant, didn't I? Go. Okay. I'm gonna just dump the animal fat here because I will always be using the refilling lamp here. Hide can go in here for use. I'm just gonna dump every other little item that I don't really have a current use for, like the fabric. Eggs, because we'll use those for cooking anyway. Nails, those undead things. And the healing potions I'll keep on me. Right, okay. Yeah, so they were like piss jugs rather than actual drinking from jugs. Right, is that everything on this island, or is no? There's still a question mark over there. Oh, cool. So when you run around in this, it's like a bit of a noise with your tools on your tool belt smacking into each other, a bit like a canteen noise. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's still going this way, right. Deal with these dodos. Right, so there's another one up there. Or a couple more. Oh, that's a scary one. It's got a star next to its name. Coming? Oh, they're all coming, great. Oh, he's dodged all my hits. No shit, that log's behind me and I can't retreat. A little one dealt with. There we go. Right. Oh, and then I want to use bandages, don't I? Once I've been in a fight, so my health starts slowly going back up. Right, so again, there's stuff in here. So there's that container. Oh, oh fuck! Sorry. Yeah, have to use another bandage again then. Might eat some proper food as well. I've got a dodo head. Okay, a trophy. Okay. Again, I don't think that was a thing in the demo. I think you just, again, I think there was stuff like the demo suggested would be in the game, but, you know, like, you never add them as a drop or whatever. And I can just farm dodo eggs here. Okay, good. Those are just... Yeah, like I said, the camelback, since I got a couple of those, like I said, I really like the actual just use of the gas mask, because, you know, you can... I think on my current one now, I've got the adapters set up so they're kind of like zip-locked together, you know, like with zip ties. So I can have either the NBC connector in it or just a regular drinking one, you know, and just pull one out and plug it with the other without, like, any issue. And, like, you know, I've got them after the valve, so I can shut the valve off, swap them over, and just do that sort of thing. Silver spoon, eh? Healing herbs. Oh, tiny necklace of vitality. That sounds like something I can actually wear. Yeah, cool. So, 5 vitality. So does that just make my health bar bigger? Yeah, that's the problem. I've always, again, I've never used one obviously in a military context, but I've always found that with canteens, if they're full or empty, they're fine. But when they're, yeah, part way filled up, you get the sort of constant sloshing or the kind of tinkling noise they make. I assume camelbacks kind of get rid of that, because I've never actually really noticed it with a camelback. But... it's like a collapsible rubber bag, essentially, isn't it? A camelback, like a bladder. I think that's everything on this island. We might as well have another look to the west area, and then, have a look at the next island. Oh, there's something over there with a big load of light coming out of it. What's that then? So that wasn't in the demo. Wonder if that's like salvage at sea that's like worth grabbing or something. Unemployed depends what you mean by unemployed, because I obviously do YouTube and I get paid to do YouTube, so it's technically a job. If you mean am I working for a company on set hours, then I'd be unemployed by that sort of thing. But I also don't claim money from the state, as in, you know, like unemployment support, because I'm sort of doing this by choice, if you like. Like I said, when I got rid of my old job, like there was a point where I was like, oh shit, do I need to really quickly get into another job? And then I was like, well, I'm kind of making enough from YouTube that if I'm sensible, then I can just do this. And I'd rather just do this and chat with people than, you know, be doing whatever fucking stupid, you know, Again, if I found a job I really liked, it would be a different story, but it's not. Every time I've had a job before, it just gets worse and worse as time goes on. But technically, I think by government standards, I wouldn't be considered unemployed because I'm making money, if that makes sense. Yeah, remember I'm sponsored by Big Kamenga, Kevin. Big Kamenga, because Kamenga compasses are great. Yeah. I shill for Avon even though they don't give me any. But yeah, like I said, by the government's own standards, I think I would be classed as employed. Like self-employed essentially, because you know, like I said, I'm still like, you know, making money from what I'm doing. Like I said, for most of my time when I've been working, YouTube was just a side hustle, but at the moment it's my main sort of thing. And like I keep saying to people, which I won't go into all the stuff again now, at the moment with stuff going on with my family, it's easier to just do the YouTube stuff and get other stuff sorted. You know, rather than getting into work and then needing to request loads of days off. Like, again, I wouldn't need to request a funeral day off and all that. But I'm still helping my parents with, like, all the granddad's house clearance stuff and stuff like that. So it's one of those things where, you know, at the moment it suits me fine. Yeah, big Kamenga compass. All those seagulls going. Oh, the seagulls just make noise next to those things in the city. I'm just getting the nails out of these, because like I said, anything that drops nails in this is good, because otherwise you have to forge them. Right, let's get my little boat in a second and go see what that stuff is. How much inventory space I have? I have to make a very deliberate point to avoid those guys, though. No, gunboats are very dangerous when you only have a shitty little boat. But saying that, I also kind of need to go back to camp. Right, let's put a marker roughly where those things are. So I'm going to call it a question mark and call it sea loot. But I want that done like that, so like I said, just so I know where it is. I'm actually going to put one of those markers on my camp so it shows up no matter where I am. Camp 1. So yeah, like I said, I'm in a situation where, to be honest, if I could do like very, very, really limited part-time where I'd still have a load of time for YouTube, that'd be my best sort of scenario. But in general, like I said, the problem I've always had with jobs is that in general a lot of employers start doing the thing that after a while they start trying to take you off of part-time. Well, they want to keep you on part-time to not fully pay you, but they don't want to, what's the word for it? Like, you know, they don't want to give you reliable hours, but they want to keep sort of, oh, whoever's phoned in sick today, so you need to come in kind of thing, which doesn't suit me at all. But like I said, at the moment as well, because I'm trying, like I said, I am slowly selling shit off, you know, like I said, I need to make sure I'm doing it at a rate where I'm selling stuff off more than I'm hoarding more surplus. But, you know, again, that's more convenient when you don't have a job, because if somebody wants to meet you on a certain day for a sale, I can basically just say yes, as opposed to, like, the problem I always used to have with things like that, where you'd have to try and find when you could get days off work and they could, so you'd have to coordinate holiday days to do like sales or whatever. Flea markets sadly aren't really a thing in the UK. We have car boot sales, but that's not really the best place for selling militaria, because those are more just general purpose ones. The best possible thing I could do at some point is if there's another military fair, pay to have a table at a military fair, because that's where you could load up a car or a van full of stuff, set up your table, you know, you pay however much to do it, and as long as you sell a couple of things, you've made your, like, table money back. And then, yeah, it's just a case of then you're doing sold as seen, so you're not having the issues where people might buy something, then a week later say, oh, it wasn't as you advertised it, I want a full refund and to keep the item kind of thing. Like I said, which is part of the reason I don't like eBay as a seller. I like it as a buyer, but I know so many people that sell through eBay that constantly have people take the piss with listings. So it's going to be one of those things where I don't mind buying through eBay, but I'd rather not sell through eBay. Workbench. Right, can I do any more upgrades to this saber? Yeah, I can. Right, let's upgrade the saber. Right, so that's gone up another level. Let's see if I can mount that dodo head. I'm just interested while I've got the thing. So I assume that's decoration, is it, of some sort? No. Crafting and utilities. No, that's all like proper storage and beds. Farming is just literally planting the bushes. You have to do it on the crafting workbench first. Might as well make a load of bandages. The only annoying thing is I can't read what's, if I drop it, does it just land on the floor like an actual, have I lost that forever now? Has it gone into, oh no, it's up there, look. Yeah, so I'm obviously meant to be mounting it on a trophy type thing, aren't I? But what do I use to actually mount that? Crafting and utilities, there may be a different type of crafting table I didn't look at. So it's not weaponsmith, it's not armour. Cutting table maybe? Cooking fire upgrade. Try one of those, I guess. That probably just gives me more recipes when they're available. Oh yeah, the sawhorse is good because that lets me upgrade my workbench, but again, I don't have a just gonna make another tent, so there's technically 2 tents for the 2 people here. Ah, that's pretty damn cool, but yeah, I imagine in the UK that would result in the police turning up. Speaking of, though, there was a funny thing where the armed police lost a load of MP5s and Glocks in the UK and tasers. It was in the news. And again, these are the people that go, oh, you're not responsible enough to own a crossbow. They were the semi-auto only MP5s, they weren't the select fire ones. But yeah, the police somehow managed to lose literally bags full of guns. Somehow, you know, where they were on patrol. Like, what? So random people found the guns and were posing with them before, I guess, telling the police they had their guns. I mean, personally, if it was me, not to implicate myself in anything, but, you know, I might claim if I found 2 MP5s in the bag, sorry, Gov, there was only one when I found the bag. Oh, there was no ammo either, sorry, that's loaded in the other one where I don't know where it is. But yeah, like I said, it's just one of those funny things of, you know, the people that make the rules aren't very good at, you know, being diligent with their own shit like that. Right, so maybe I have to upgrade the workbench before I can mount the dodo head. There's nothing in here there, is there? Oh, you have to be careful saying things like that. To be honest, I think Keir Starmer is going to get taken out more likely by some absurd scandal or something else, rather than somebody, you know, actually doing him in. I think, unless he dies from something like autoerotic asphyxiation with a Red Bull. Something like that might get him, but I think with him it's more likely he's just going to run off with a pile of cash once he's done enough damage, and then we'll have another moron in charge. Because that's generally the way British politics goes, that you get, you know, you get an awful Prime Minister, they loot loads of shit, and then they run off with their looted shit and let somebody else deal with the mess, and rinse and repeat. The thing I'd find more interesting is how do you start a tank if you've stolen it? But do a lot of them just have push buttons to start tanks now, as opposed to like proper keys and everything? I'm gonna make another storage container. I don't want to waste my nails on these. Although, saying that, I might use nails for one with 28 slots, just because that means, because that's actually good for proper storage. Again, sold to smugglers. Put the dodo head in here and then figure out how I'm going to make use of the dodo head when I get back. Eat some of the food. Should keep all the bandages on me. Right, so let's go get some more clay. Oh, what, so they just put it onto a truck or something to steal it? Or whatever. Because, like, I can imagine people, like, if they broke into a yard and nobody was around over the course of a couple of hours getting a blowtorch out and, you know, ripping out a load of components. And obviously I know Russia's had the issue where loads of their tanks in deep storage have had, like, Mobics pulling the copper wires out of them to sell and stuff like that. Got more peppers, we might as well steal these over here. Though they look more like chilies than peppers to me, or whatever. Oh, shrub plants, excellent. I mean, that's pretty damn cool, but did that result in the ATF come a-knocking? But yeah, but like I said, with this police thing, it was literally a case of the police leaving the bags of this shit. Like, as in, physically, like, they had zip bags with the MP5s in, and they just left them on the street after they, like, went home. Or some shit. Hang on, I'll get you a picture up. Again, I won't get up on the proper phone, thing, but I'll just see if I can find it on here. I did send it to a friend on WhatsApp, so, yeah, so, this happened. So, yeah, again, like, these people reported it after taking the pictures, but yeah, like, yeah, they found just bags full of tasers, MP5s, and, like, Glocks and everything, because the armed police had just fucking, left them laying about somewhere. Apparently we had a thing like this, but when I looked it up I couldn't find a reference to it, even though I'm sure I read it at the time. That during the London Olympics, like, so this bit's definitely true, during the London Olympics on the roof of several tower blocks, they installed anti-air systems, you know, in case of a 9/11 style attack during the Olympics. So, you know, various types of the British sort of missile interceptor type things, a bit like Patriots in the US, you know, various models of different range and, you know, like man-pad style ones to full-on, you know, like rapier systems in parks and that. And apparently after that they had the same problem where, like, they cleared the guns out, you know, and dismantled them and put them all back to whichever barracks they were stored at. But people later went on the roofs and found crates of, like, Starstreak missiles or whatever else, where they'd all just left the fucking missiles so they didn't want to bother carrying them away. clay I want, isn't it? But I'll get some copper while I'm here. How much inventory space have I got? Like 4 slots. See if I can destroy that floating one. Oh, is it saying my inventory's full now? Okay. Right, time to go take this stuff back to camp. I think I needed 10 iron ingots, didn't I, for the, what's it called? The sawhorse. Which is the main thing to upgrade your camps, like main crafting table thing. Then I need to go get some clay. Yeah, like I was saying, that would probably be what I'd do. Although I'm now implicating myself if anything like this happened. Claim when you found the bag, it only had whatever in it. So if there were 2 MP5s and 2 Glocks, claim you found the bag unzipped and there was only one of each in there. Bury them and come back later on and get them from wherever you put them. Right, so we might as well put all of this iron in the chest right over here, and it's in the most logical place. The 2 lots of seeds I can plant. Farming. I assume all of these are growing, and yeah, can't probably take quite a long time to grow. Right. Okay, so let's dump the rocks as well, and that plant fibre. Right, so that's me out of charcoal again, so I need to make a load of charcoal. Right, good, so that's both of these now pumping out ingots that I can come back for. Right, okay, so is there an auto sort thing on here? Ah, nice, there is. Okay, let me just do that on all my boxes. Sort, 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 sort. Right, and I want to now go grab what's it, don't I? Some more iron. Again, that's annoying me, this broken bit where it says, like, obviously you died here. It's not gone away, but I'm hoping if I quit the game after the stream and load my save back up, it might have fixed this broken, you know, like, your death point kind of area. Because there's definitely not anything here as far as I can see. Let's just dig a bit there, because then that's right, that's where the marker would have been. Yeah, I don't think there's any sort of thing left there. I think it's just glitched. The ground looks a little bit different there, so I'm just going to check that, but I think that was just a case of it looking a bit different, like the texture. But yeah, I definitely don't think there's a thing there anyway. Right, so I wanted to go get some clay, didn't I? Which was... That's the copper deposit. That I did run across a clay one, I should have marked it on my map. But, have a look to the east. So yeah, basically what we're looking for is that little open pit, like clay mine that was around somewhere. So we can get some more clay. I can't remember at all where it was. That's where the zombies were. There's a dodo. Let's kill that. I haven't seen crabs like that before. Okay, oh, you can just get little bits of crab meat from tiny crabs. Oh, there might be nails over here. Yeah, exactly. That was God trying to send a message. It's like the thing, isn't it, about, like, there's a man that's drowning at sea, and a little boat comes, and they said, don't worry, we'll rescue you, and he says, no, it's God testing my faith. He says, go on, you know, and, oh, God will save me. Later on, some lifeguards come and he says the same thing. This repeats several more times until he eventually drowns. When he gets to heaven, he said, God, why did you forsake me? And he said, I sent 4 fucking boats to rescue you, and you were too stupid to get on any of them. So it's that sort of thing of, yeah. Wow, what was the RNG chance that I would open a loot box and it would have these M16s? Must be a sign. Oh, let's grab some crab while we're here. Oh, and that might have nails in it. How's my inventory looking? I've got 3 slots, so... Oh, hello. Oh, there's another one. I include some peppers again, that affects wearing off. Oh, my inventory's full again. Oh, let's go back to camp, and my copper should be ready, and I can finish cooking the meat. Like I said, luckily, since where my stomach was really playing up at the start of the stream, it does seem to have settled down again. But like I said, it's just been fucking annoying at the moment, because I don't know if it's a colitis thing or not. It's just that over the last couple of weeks, any kind of food that, you know, normally would be a very low percentage chance it might upset my stomach seems to just be a very high percentage chance. So unless I'm literally eating biscuits every day, which are kind of safe, anything with any kind of sauce or whatever, yeah, exactly. So if you're in a remote enough place, you could bury them, come back from a later date. Okay, so we've cooked loads of that shit. Oh, some of the bushes have finished growing. Oh, well, let's go cut that and get the fibre that's there. Right, I'm going to make another little thing by the campfires, specifically for ingredients. Because, yeah, what I think you're meant to sort of do in this, well, you're not forced to, but it's kind of make the storage things where they would make logical sense. So the campfire one used for storing food or whatever. You know, the ones near the furnaces for the oars. Yeah, Thompson's because of the Lend-Lease, yeah. Like, so like there was that crazy video of, okay, so now I get the shrub seed back and I can plant it again. Well, like, saying that was a bit of a shit thing if it only gave me one thing, unless you're meant to let them grow more than that. Deposit similar. Right, 5 charcoal available there. Take all. Take all. Take all. Let's try and make it roughly even between the two. Yeah, there we go. Then let's deposit that and that and that and there. Right, so we want to make a sawhorse, didn't we, for my main thing? Crafting utilities, because the sawhorse is the upgrade for the standard workbench. I don't think it has to be placed near it. Let's just place it there. And now... But yeah, there was a thing where Prigozhin found loads of Thompsons and shit in crates underneath like some mine where they've been stored for decades. Because of, you know, obviously the mine was good for keeping them from going rusty and that. I think it was a salt mine, actually. Was it Volodar or something like that? But yeah, I just remember it being like one of those insane things of just how much money those like guns would be worth as collector's items. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. I think they might have been the older Thompsons as well, not like M1As, but, you know, like the gangster gun style Thompsons, whatever the model of that is. The, you know, the ones with the, you know, if you think of sort of Al Capone and that, like the Prohibition style ones. Right, is there still not an option for doing the bird's head? Oh, I can upgrade my sword again at least. Right, my sword's better again. Oh yeah, I'm meant to be finishing off my clothes on as well. So I can do the gloves now if I get 2 coarse fabric. Or the bandana. Yeah, let's just do the gloves. And then, let's take that. Take. Right. Put the gloves there. Now let's grind up the shitty old one. Just for a little bit of material. So that's torn gloves that I want to grind up. Yeah. Take. Load of random wood there. Okay. Chicago typewriter, yeah. It's M1928, is it? Is that the actual name of it? What makes it superior? I know it's heavier, isn't it? Is it just because it's like there's no cost cutting with it or a thing like that? Oh, didn't want to take everything back out. Right, let's go see before I go off what that shit is at the very north side that was glowing in the sea. I'm just going to respawn my little raft boat on the north side of the island because it's so slow and crap as a boat. There's no point me trying to, you know, sail around the island while there's enemy ships. I basically want to spawn the boat in, beeline to what I want, and then get back. Yeah, it's quite expensive, but again, it's very, very, very nice, isn't it? Again, that's the sort of thing where if I had too much money and too little sense, I'd be like, yes, all of the Thompsons, please. Okay, yeah. Again, the weird thing for me with Thompsons, again, I know I've said about this before, is the thing that once you learn about how the stock isn't, like, in line like a modern gun with the sight, how you can never fucking unsee it. Oh, there's clay here. Right, I'm going to grab the clay while I'm here. I'm going to mark this on the map, actually. What was the place marker? That. Okay. So, clay. Okay, that's also pretty damn cool. Because, yeah, I mean, that would be better at aiming, wouldn't it, than the Z58, because it is actually a proper rifle. But yeah, I was saying, the Thompsons have that, like I said, that weird thing where the, like I said, the stock is very different. It's like, it's in line with the sight, but it's like the wrong elevation, isn't it? You can't, like, cheek weld a Thompson properly. It's like, I think, isn't it designed for, like, underarm kind of holding like that? Yeah, so they got rid of the cool wooden foregrips. Those, yeah, like you're saying, the cool looking heat sinks that make it very iconic. Again, I did re-watch again, like I said, Batman 89 yesterday in the 35mm version, and yeah, Joker's goons have the old proper Thompsons, the 28 ones. There's also one guy in there in the background that has some really weird fucking double mag SMG, or like light machine gun thing. And I have no clue what it is without looking on IMFDB, but I never noticed that before. In the bit where the pen is truly mightier than the sword, in that bit, one of the guys there doesn't actually have a Thompson. He has like a weird, like a bit like, you know, the Owen gun has a mag in the top. He has like there's a guy with like two guns almost like bolted together with two mags in the top. Right, so I just want to be careful about that ship there. I reckon that one's close enough into the shore that we can get there and get back. I don't know what their aggro range is, but I want to play it safe. Right. Can I pick this up with this type of boat, or do I need the, oh, it stopped up on that. Oh no. Yeah, it's a bit difficult to steer these than I thought it would be. Right, let's go to the far out one, and see if I can just ram into it. Ramming speed. Oh shit, there's two more of them up there, I think. Again, I don't know if I can even pick the salvage up with this type of boat, or if it's when you get the proper boat later on. Right, okay. Quickly, let's get out and swim over to it and see what happens. Oh, there we go, lost goods. Right, okay. Oh, that's really good shit in there, okay. Right, let's go for that other one again then. So yeah, I just need to press E on them again. Yeah, I'll look on IMFDB in a minute and it'll tell me what it is. But yeah, like I said, it was one of those things I sort of saw it in the film. I was like, wait, that doesn't look like a Thompson. Looked it up and it's like, yeah, just for that one scene, one of the mine like gangsters in the background has a weird gun like that. Also, there's a lot of stuff that I found out from IMFDB with 89, where characters' guns change between shots, where you don't really notice when you're watching the film that, you know, like the Joker switches between like several revolvers in like one shot, well, not in a shot, but you know, like chronologically where it doesn't make any sense, where he like, you know, has one thing up his sleeve and then, you know, like when he goes to aim at somebody else, it's like because it looks better for the framing of that shot, it's a different model of revolver kind of thing. So Batman 89 IMDb. It is a Beretta, hang on. Beretta Model 38A's mocked up. Oh shit, there's a ship coming as well. No SAR. Right, let's beeline back to the shore. So it's, yeah, it's a Beretta Model 38A mocked up to the Villa Soda M1915. Oh, there's also bits of a Brengun's foregrip on it as well. So yeah, it was Austro-Hungarian things that they were meant to be mocking up by using Berettas. Oh, I can't show guns in live stream, can I? So I'll be careful and not get that up. But yeah, so it's a really fucking weird thing. Like, I didn't even notice it was there till the other day, and then even then when you wake it up, it's a mock-up to make it look like a different gun that is also very, very rare. So yeah, as opposed to Italian, Kevin, it was Austro-Hungarian, but it's Italian guns mocked up to look Austro-Hungarian. So, like I said, very, very strange thing. Oh, fuck's sake. Alright, let's run over and get my stuff back. Oh yeah, you keep food items on you, don't you, when you die in this, but not, like, proper loot items. Oh, pesetas has been kept. But again, I don't think I can do anything with those until, later in the game anyway. Oh, that sword doesn't do much damage to them at all. How about this? Yeah, a bit more damage, but it's still not great. Those guys are annoying. The weapon I really like that was in the demo, which you get a bit later, is, and then I upgraded it, I think, was the rapier. Because the rapier, I think, does bleed damage, which is really nice, because you can hit an enemy and then, you know, just focus more on dodging them and getting other quick hits in. And they take a bit of, you know, damage over time without you doing anything. Oh, not another one. I didn't know James Cameron was doing a new film. What's the new James Cameron film, Rajiv? I was saying I'm lit like I'm in a James Cameron film. Yeah, my stomach's not hurting anywhere near as much. Like I said, I had to run off about twice to the toilet. Be more Michael Mann, wouldn't it, in blue? I don't know. But, yeah, it's not as bad as it was, but when I finish the stream, I'm going to eat something really, really plain, because like I said, I've just had that annoying thing at the moment where, like, if I eat the slightest thing that's spicy or mayo-y or whatever, it just seems to upset my stomach at the moment. Even stuff that, you know, I'm normally fine with, so I don't know why my stomach's been so sensitive recently, but it's just a pain in the ass. Quite literally, although actually more of a pain in my abdomen, but... And I don't think it's the colitis, because there's not really blood issues at the moment. Where when it's normally the colitis playing up, there's a lot more like, you know, specific to blood and everything. But yeah, I'm still enjoying this. This is good. Like I said, as soon as I finish this stream and I'm on Steam, I'm going to see if my mates also bought this who told me it was out, and see if we want to play any co-op of it. Crusty jugglers. Yeah, no, that sword's better than it. Now it's, yeah, slightly more damage with the sword, but it's also faster. Oh, and next episode of The Boys is out tomorrow because the last series of The Boys is coming out now. Lactose intolerant. Not really, that's the weird thing. No, lactose, I'm absolutely fine with milk and stuff like that normally. In terms of, what's the other one? Like gluten intolerant. I can eat gluten stuff, but stuff with lower gluten or no gluten is generally better for my stomach. But I sometimes just get periods, Kevin, where even when I'm eating normally very safe foods, my stomach just gets fucking, you know, it's like, oh shit, I'm getting double teamed by these guys now. It just gets like fed up. So like I said, it's one of those annoying things where sometimes I just can't seem to win, even when I'm eating stuff that I think should be a relatively safe food. But yeah, with lactose, normally I can drink a lot of milk and dairy and yogurt and stuff like that, and it never affects me at all. Like, if I go stupid with milk, sometimes it does. Like, you know, I'm only, you know, if I was doing the thing where, like, say, every meal or whatever was a dairy product, if that makes sense, that can cause me issues, but not normally if it's a case of, let's just get rid of the coarse stuff. Okay, then the clay, that's the next best thing. Then what's the next less useful thing? One plant fibre, yeah. I won't bother getting the 22 wood back over. Actually, I will just drop that there, because I don't want it to... Yeah, I don't want the crate to break again, or it's like, oh, there's a crate and you didn't loot it. Right, back to camp we go. The things I've found that can sometimes consistently upset my stomach, so like with mayo it's weird. So if I eat really good natural mayo, which is, you know, just like egg yolk stuff, maybe a bit of vinegar in it, stuff like that, I'm normally absolutely fine with mayo. However, if it's one of those mayos where they put various like binding agents and preservatives in, then it can normally give me loads of stomach issues. So there's certain foods like that where I have issues, where if they're like the food without any added crap, I'm absolutely fine. But as soon as they start adding, you know, like stabilizing agents and preservatives and whatever else, they cause me all sorts of stomach issues. So one of the mayos I can eat quite reliably is Winieri, or whatever it's called, the Polish mayo, which is quite nice. But a lot of the big brands of mayo now I can't eat because they add so much like crap in to give it longer shelf lives and things like that, that you know, it causes me all sorts of issues. I'll not eat that. Okay, let's see what I can cook. One bacon and eggs, one spicy skewered crab, one dodo broth. Can I take all that? Yep, got enough inventory space. Right, then I suppose the cooked food I might as well store here as well as the and I want to, in one of my storage boxes, put all of this shit away, don't I? Like the nails and everything else. What I might make before going to the next island, though, is another set of, what do you call it? The, like, fast travel bells, if I'm able to make one of those. So as soon as I get to the second island, I can set fast travel points up between the two islands. So let's have a look about making that. Can I do that? Not enough of that thing rather than that one. Take that out. There wasn't charcoal in that one. So I want yeah, lactose intolerant is a forbidden word according to YouTube. You're going to start another Holocaust if you talk about lactose intolerance. Okay, I need iron, is that now, for, yeah, the next thing, so I can't upgrade this any further. I was going to do some more clothes, wasn't I, while I was here, but I haven't found any more leather, because it was all crabs and shit I was killing. I've never tried carnivore only, but I will, like I say, I generally find if I'm eating foods that are more natural, as in, like, meat without loads of shit added to it, and, like I said, more naturally, like, fresh ingredients, in general, that's better for me. Like I said, for me, it's like lots of the weird processed foods that give me issues, where it's probably my body saying there's loads of commercial grade poison in that shouldn't be in the human body. You know, like that stuff shouldn't be fit to be animal feed is probably the lesson I'm learning from this. But right, so anyway, I wanted to see about crafting the fast travel bell, didn't I? Which I assume is this workbench? Fast travel bell, yeah. Right, I need free rope. Okay, we can make free rope. And then fast travel belt, craft. And then, what do I need to make the fast travel belt now? I've got one. Just 20 wood. Right, we're good to do that then. So what I need to do now is try and make it alive to the other island. So the best place to go, I reckon, is maybe northwest of this one, and try and get across where, if there's no ships in the sort of, let's pick up some more wood while we're on our way. But yeah, I want to obviously get to the angle where there's the least likely chance of being ambushed by the enemy boats. And I bet you're using US gallons, aren't you? Not because with imperial gallons, the US imperial gallon is different than the other type of gallon, which is also confusing. So like when Americans say about gallons of fuel, that's actually even more in a gallon, a US gallon, than like most other countries' gallons. Oh, and did you see that Trump's blockade of Hormuz immediately got violated by the Chinese and he tacoed on it again? Like, we're not letting anyone through, and then the Chinese just filled up oil from Iran and sailed past. No, we can't stop China, that'll get me in trouble. Please stop. You're making me look weak. I also saw he did that thing where he AI'd himself as Jesus and started arguing with the Pope. Because of course he fucking did. Yeah, again, we do miles to the gallon in the well, we do miles per litre in the UK because we buy the fuel in litres, but we still, like I said, the UK is weird, as in, we moved away from imperial, but not entirely, so road signs are all in miles, for example, even though fuel is sold in litres. The really weird one is when you buy pints of milk, because legally they have to put what, like 1 pint, 2 pint, 4 pint and 6 pints of milk are in the litre thing, but nobody goes by that. So you have like, you buy milk as a 4-pint jug, say, and then you've got on the side of it like 2.467 litres or whatever it is, where they legally have to do it. So again, it's one of those really weird fucking systems. Like, in all honesty, I wish the UK would just go full-on metric. But we're in that weird position where, like, the US is basically imperial for everything in Fahrenheit. The UK is partially metric, but still partially imperial. So most people still do distances in yards and meters, and your height, like, most people say, oh, I'm 6 foot or 5'8" or whatever. Even though technically, yeah, we're meant to be fully, probably fully moving to the metric system, but we're not. So like I said, road signs are always miles, and you have to figure out your fuel in miles per litre, even though most computer clocks on the cars either do miles per gallon, or they do like kilometre per litre of fuel, or whatever it is, kilometres per litre, neither of which helps you if you're in the UK, because we don't use either for each of the measurements. Let's just get this dodo, because it's going to annoy me if it's alive. I'll get this fucking crab. Yeah, I know. It's really easy for me to know the distance from mile, because from where I live, I'll get up on the map in a second. I won't dox myself, even though I've already been doxed. But I was going to say, I'm just going to look up on the map, but like, it's about a mile from where I live to some other places near me, in terms of like shops and that, and I think it's pretty much almost bang on a mile. I'll double check that with measured distance, but it's very close to a mile if it's not. I need to heal that I don't want to be locked on. Right, let's eat that crab, eat that food, and then I'll just do all this fucker. And then let's use a bandage. Yeah, exactly. Like I said, it's because I know one of my friends that lived further away than those shops. I think was exactly 1.6 miles away. But I think the shops themselves are about 1 mile or 1.1 mile. So that made that distance really easy to remember, because I remember it's like it would take me 15 to 20 minutes walking on a good day. You know, if I was walking at a good pace on a flat surface. But then obviously when you start introducing stuff that's what's the word for it, like how am I on the map? Alright, yeah, I want to keep going around to the west, because that is going to make it easier to travel if I keep going west, because I'm going to be beelining more as a direct sort of thing, aren't I? And there's loads of these drowned guys on the beach. That's probably the best point to do it, the most northern point here. So let's clear this fucker out. Oh, hello. Let's get rid of this dodo first, because he's got out of the way on me. Oh, shit. I didn't want that, because I can't use it. That's what I wanted. Okay, good. That's that one cleared out. I just need to clear out those crabs. Then I can probably put, tell you what I might let me do. Oh, shit. No, no, don't get stun locked. Don't get stun locked. No. No. Roll back. Oh, no. Sprint. Right, use the heal. Medic. Oh, you almost got me there. Right. Right, yeah, he's finally down. Right, good. Right, now let's use some of my bandages up. Now what I think I can do here is, as well as all this, so let's just clear this bit of the beach, because this is where I'm going to be travelling from anyway. I think I can put at least a campfire here, so that acts as like a checkpoint. So even though I want a fast travel thing on the other island, I think this campfire at least means I'll respawn here if I die, so I don't have to go all the way from the south of the island again. Yeah, that sounds a good thing to yeah, take and then leave. Right, okay, so can I now... let's just get the nails out of this one as well.
Tell you what, one tiny European gallons ain't gonna fill up my American truck.
Yeah, exactly. Right, okay, so I don't want to build the fast travel thing here. I want to build it on the opposite end of the thing. But, right, that's that there. So I just want to set up actually, yeah, like a very small little camp here as well. Don't need the advanced things. So for these, I also need some stones, don't I? And I guess plant fibers for the tent, is it?
How dare you! You destroyed my childhood with your big American truck!
Oh, speaking of Clown World stuff in the UK as well, they've built too much solar energy now, and they've got issues where if it's a sunny day it will overload and cause damage to the grid, because we don't have fucking grid capacity, because the eco-morons don't know what that is. So, yeah. Again, just another thing in Clown World of, you know, where they have to turn the wind turbines off when it's too windy. We now are going to have to turn the solar panels off when it's too sunny, because otherwise it's going to damage the grid from all of that fucking electricity going into it, where they then can't use because the grid is shit. See, this is why I wanted to go on full nuclear and battery storage, but no, can't do that. I think the government did actually, at least because of Iran, approve some more nuclear power plants. Because, you know, we really do need more nuclear power over here, but, you know, all is bad, okay? We do, not very often, mostly in the summer, but again, solar panels are efficient enough that even on pretty dingy days, they still generate electricity, so if you get a rare sunny day in the UK, it will, yeah, cause issues. Yeah, again, the doctors and engineers, you'd think exactly, Kevin, that they'd be good at solving the issues. Most of those doctors just do surgery on you without your consent. You see, they take their surgical knives on trains and things like that, and then they decide that they're going to, yeah, just do a bit of impromptu surgery on you. Yeah, that was Merkel, wasn't it, in Germany, that decided nuclear was not a good idea after Fukushima, despite the fact nuclear is for the most part very safe. But, oh no, can't have nuclear bad, okay? And then, yeah, that caused the exact issues you'd think it would cause, not having nuclear. Right, okay, and let's make a storage thing here. Yeah, exactly, because again, the UK didn't just get rid of nuclear in that sense, but we just didn't build new nuclear when it was a good option. And the politicians kept doing the thing of, oh, but if we build nuclear now, it will take like 10 years to make, so let's not bother at all. And every government kept doing that, where it's like, if 20 years ago you fuckers had pulled your finger out, we'd have several nuclear plants by now. But you keep doing the thing of, well, we didn't make them then, so it's going to take too long to build them now. And we only think in like less than 5-year electoral cycles, so let's not do anything sensible. There's another storage thing, didn't I? I'll tell you what, let's do one of those because it's a decent size, isn't it? Let's use up some nails. Oh, I don't want that Triton thing, whatever. Right, you go in there. Seeds I'm just going to plant in a moment. Wood, I'm going to keep one pile of wood on me for the other island. Yeah, fuck it, just put those in there for now. Right, let's keep all these other things on me for the other island. Right, and we've used the, I just want to make sure that, set revival point, yeah. Right, okay, so now we need to go... Right, I want to set that on the quest thing. Rescuing the crew. Is it that one? Right, so set that as, track quest. That is rescuing the crew, but it's not, even though I put that as tracked, it's not actually... Well, anyway, it's due northwest of where I am, so, yeah, exactly. The problem is politics get brought up on here and you just want to have a good time and chat with people. Yeah, exactly. The French were fucking smart about this because we do the same thing, right, Snooble? We buy energy from France. And again, the one that really annoys me with Britain is we have access to the North Sea like Norway does, oil and gas, massive oil and gas reserves. So what we do is we don't get the oil and gas ourselves anymore out of the North Sea, because that wouldn't be good for the environment. So what we do is we just buy that oil and gas from Norway at a marked up price. So it doesn't do anything for the environment and it just costs us more money. Whereas, you know, I am fully in favour of taking every last bit of oil and gas from the, I want to get the barrel. Get the barrel, get the barrel. There we go. You know, I'm in full favour of just getting everything we can from the North Sea. But alright, there's the island. Let's beeline towards that. So yeah, but then our government just pays a premium and then says, oh no, we can't possibly get oil and gas ourselves out. That would be bad for the environment. They do have kind of a cool mechanic where you dip under the waves a bit if you crest the big wave and thing. But again, I didn't play with the big boat enough in the demo when you finally get a decent boat. So I don't really know how good the physics are with the bigger boats. Again, I think this game was probably quite heavily inspired by something like Assassin's Creed Black Flag. You know, where they were like, let's just make a survival game and make it slightly supernaturally piratey. So, you know, so it's also a bit Pirates of the Caribbean, so you get the kind of zombie people as well as, like, you know, slightly mythical animals. It's mostly just built around Age of Sail kind of, because again, the main villain in this is Blackbeard, and Edward Teach was a real guy. But it's just in this, he's Blackbeard with, like, fucking magic powers or some shit. Yeah, let me have a look at what else is going on in the UK if you want to get angry at the news. It was, like us all said, the Rwandan doctor that butchered those little girls at the dance class that started all the Southport riots off. They did admit that, oh yeah, we could have caught him loads of times before he did that mass stabbings, but lessons will be learned. That's the phrase those fuckers love with that one. Lessons will be learned, you know, when clearly lessons are never fucking learned from these terror attacks, because we keep letting in people that never want to integrate back into the country. So main thing on the news is Trump says Iran talks could resume over next 2 days as US ships turned back by blockade. Oh, so the US, oh wait, no, US say ships have been turned back, but China got through. Yeah, we will name police and social workers unless action taken, lawyer for Southport families says. Yeah, again, that's what a lot of people think it's by design, because again, what's the chances that all these countries would be doing the exact same mistakes all at the same time? And again, in Ireland the other day they were having fuel protests, and apparently the government really fucking crushed those protests, you know. This was one of those things where the government decided that, oh, I need to make the fast travel point before I forget. Hang on a second, right, that was literally like my main objective now, is making a fast travel point. Yeah, there we go. Right, can I make another campfire and tent and everything? Nice, I still have all the unit stuff to do it. Just because basically now I can just respawn directly on this island and get right back. I need some more resources for that, okay. But, Set revival point. Got a fast travel point. Good, right. Yeah, exactly. It didn't take them long at all to get the military and that in to crush that. We're getting them in Northern Ireland now, because obviously Northern Ireland is... Like, so Northern Ireland's the one that's part of Britain as in the UK. Republic of Ireland's its own country. And yeah, that's spread over to Northern Ireland now. And yeah, we've gone over £2 a litre of diesel now in the UK, which is thought to be like the breaking point for a lot of people. Because diesel as well is the ones that like farmers and things like that use a lot. I was going to use a sword, wasn't I? So yeah, we're thinking it's going to cause quite a lot of trouble. Yeah, so what the companies just kept the tax for themselves. Yeah, again, the Irish are not people I would want to fuck with, and I sort of think good on the Irish for that. They're calm enough until they're not. Right, this particular one's beyond saving, okay. But yeah, it's amazing with, like we were saying, all of these things, how, again, it's because they all go to the World Economic Forum, don't they, all these people and stuff like that are our leaders. So they're all very much, you know, New World Order, whatever you want to call them, you know. But yeah, in the UK, they haven't even reduced the tax burden at all, same with Ireland, which is why it's caused so much war. Again, if they dropped the thing, and then the companies kept taking all the money, and then they could say, look, these companies are the ones that are taking the piss by, you know, not reducing the price after the tax has been reduced, and that ended up with a boycott of the companies. I can see that working to a degree, but yeah, like you're saying, in the UK and Ireland, they're not even fucking considering cutting the taxes at all. You know, they'd rather people go out of business. And again, Labour's already massively damaged lots of businesses in the UK from stupid regulations. Like, I mean, I don't mean like good regulations. I mean, like, with regulations like this, I'm on about, like, I'm trying to think of some good examples, like, where they, you know, like, fucked over family farms, but not commercial farms. The ones where, like, they want to do, like, workers' rights things that sound good in practice, but in theory mean that, like, you could hire a person and then they could immediately start being a dick and fucking over your company, and you can't fire them, because they have the same rights as somebody that's worked for that company, say, for 10 years, on, like, after a week of being there. Yeah, and like we said, the Epstein files, yeah, Epstein, what a great guy, didn't know him. Yeah, we won't talk too much about politics on here, but yeah, like I said, we had Prince Andrew over here, and Mandelson completely involved with Epstein, literally committing treason, selling off government secrets to Epstein because of compromise or whatever else. Again, it's generally thought, isn't it, that Epstein was a Mossad agent. Well, he might have been working for other groups as well as Mossad, but, you know, you got compromise on people similar to how the Russians do it, then blackmail the politicians to get whatever the fuck they want. But yeah, like I said, this is the problem for people like me, is I'm just a normal person, but my government fucks me over. And like I said, it's like where they're now talking about banning crossbows and whatever else, and it's like, so we literally have on average 1 murder per year with crossbows, but the government has decided that's the priority of like what needs to be dealt with in this country and whatever else. Like, oh my god. Anyway, let's just stack all this. Actually, let's keep the nails on me for now, because I think the nails come up being needed to repair the ship when I find the ship out. I will go off fairly soon, because like I said, I have been playing now. I've been on for like 2 hours, have I? 3 hours? How long have I been on? Let's see, it was saying Meld. I have been on for 3 hours 15 minutes. So yeah, at least after the start of the stream, my stomach, yeah. There's a good Cunt in the Gang song about Prince Andrew and think, oh no, I don't sweat. Yeah. Grand old Duke of York, he said he didn't sweat, so why'd he pay 6 million quid to a girl he'd never met? Or whatever it is, 10 million quid to a girl he'd never met, and yeah. The grand old Duke of York, young girls he liked to pork. His pedo friend would traffic them and pay them not to talk, 'cause he's a nonce. Oh yeah, like saying the thing we get a lot in the UK is, yeah, the knives that get banned aren't the types of knives used in stabbings. And again, when they made all the rules worse on blank firers, like I owned and had to surrender them in the UK, the criminals went from using converted blank firers that were just as likely to frag the criminals in their own hands, and, you know, deal with the problem that way round. And now we've ended up in this scenario where the criminals are now just importing proper guns. So the criminals are more likely to kill you because they're using guns where they can repeatedly shoot you. Yeah. Yeah, he also went to Pizza Express at Woking. You know, a royal person went to a fucking Pizza Express. That doesn't sound realistic. Well, maybe he meant something else by Pizza Express. Maybe he was after that cheese pizza all these rich people like. I hear rich people like cheese pizza for some reason. I don't know why. It's just funny coincidence. Oh no! Good thing I set up that save point, wasn't it, on that island like that? Yeah, that's the problem. I'm like those enemies again. If you can solo them, they're not too bad. But the problem is, you know, like saying when you get a load of enemies that aggro at once. When I get a gun and some ammo, well, I've got a gun. It's just getting the black powder for it and everything else. They're not as bad because you can aggro them over by shooting them. Does that auto put everything back in my crate yet? Right. Let's see if I can get this guy over.
You have no chance.
Right, number one down. Oh, is he going to drop any black powder? Because I think some of these sometimes drop black powder, these guys. Oh yeah, in Germany now haven't made it, if you're under 45 you can't leave the country or something about pre-registering, have they? Like they're going to do a national service type thing where basically you might get conscripted. They thankfully haven't talked about that in the UK yet. Mostly because our armies are such a shit state that they probably can't do that, quite logically. But yeah, I did hear a thing about Germany with them trying to make it so, was it like under 45s or under 35s or something can't leave the country without prior permission or for extended periods. Oh, I've got pirate ear gloves that are... Right, so compared to my gloves, 100 defense level 1, 100 defense item level... Right, these are better than my ones, so get rid of my ones. So these, when I get 2 bits of them, increases critical hit chance by 10%. When I get 4 bits, increases critical damage by 10% for each nearby enemy up to 30%. Yeah, again, I had friends at school, like one of my friends at school was French, and the reason his parents got him to do education in England was just literally so he didn't have to do French national service. But again, like I said, that was a thing when we were in part of the EU. I suppose it was easier before Brexit to do that on Schengen, send people to the UK, get them enrolled in the UK school system, and then like, lol, sorry, can't do national service in your country. I'm a foreign student. Yeah, exactly. Again, I definitely think there is something to that whole cheese pizza thing, Kevin. Especially because there's no pictures of people eating cheese pizza in the Epstein files, but they mentioned pizza parties a hell of a lot, including about the entertainment from slicing one pizza into tiny slices for lots of men. Again, it's really strange stuff. When I have a pizza, I don't think about how am I going to slice the pizza to feed all these people. Quest done. Oh, it's just a sit down and eat crate, is it, that one? Oh, homemade gunpowder. Right, we've got gunpowder, lads. We got gunpowder. Now I just need some shot. I've got 5 copper bullets there. Oh, can I actually use this now? Oh yeah, they had jerky being specially made for them, didn't they, to get sent for certain things. I'm interested in the UK, if they do a drafting system, how I'll go from being unfit to medically served to working out what, like, maybe they can get a McKenna's morons kind of detachment to put me in, I don't know. Well, my problem isn't actually, like, dribbling IQ being low, it's other mental health issues plus, you know, ulcerative colitis. But like I said, if there was a drafting thing going on and it was in genuinely serving my country, not the current government, I wouldn't be opposed to actually, you know, just being some guy that stood with a rifle somewhere, you know, manning a system or whatever. If I could do that and serve my country properly, and I'd do that. But like I said, I don't think the current government necessarily have the interest of the real people of the country at, you know. Oh, and the other similar thing when we were on about stuff like that, but not at the government level of doing it. You guys might have heard the one, because I know Bankula's covered it and some news channels covered it. There's a school in Scotland where they started giving out rape alarms to the little girls in the school. Because they just can't stop all the migrant men from ogling them outside the school. And that's become a thing now where apparently it's... what do you call it? Like, you know, it's... just one of those things they can't fix. It's one of those things, you know. It's not like they could just not have migrants put up in the hotels at our expense, causing issues outside the school. No, just give the kids rape alarms. That's a good way of sorting it out. I think somebody said, I can't remember if it was in one of the videos or in the comments, it's like that there's a live electrical wire that's going to electrocute anybody that gets too close to it, and the government says, tell you what, how about we give you some rubber boots rather than dealing with this, like, faulty electrical system. It's a bit like that. But you're racist if you mention anything about these cultures that love raping kids. Probably already getting in trouble with YouTube and stuff I'm saying and the Stormtroopers, but I don't feel bad for it because... it's gotten to the point, so one of my mates keeps going to me, you really need to shut up about talking about this stuff, you're going to get in trouble. And I said, oh, it's that whole thing, isn't it, about all it takes for evil to win is good men to do nothing. And it does get to a point where you think, I'm complicit if I keep silent with how bad things are getting. Yeah, well, it sounds like you Czechs aren't suicidal like lots of us in Western Europe. Again, the Poles definitely seem to have the right attitude towards it as well. But yeah, it seems with us, France, Germany and everything, it's don't notice the people committing these crimes. Apologise for your racism, for believing your lying eyes and lying ears. Yeah, anyway, before I go off, so we've got a bit of the island at the south to have a look at there. I've cooked all the food, have I? I've got on me. Oh, these gloves. Let's just test the fast travel points. So I've got this fast travel point, and I've got that one. So I should be able to just fast travel between the islands. Just because I want to grind up my armour I built that's not as... oh yeah, so the bushes just keep getting...
tools and a little common sense in the world.
Keep just getting bigger, so yeah, so right. I want to get rid of these gloves now because I've got the better pirate gloves. Oh cool, I get some actual leather back for those, that's pretty good. Can I upgrade my rifle? No, I've actually got a working gun because I've got gunpowder. Upgrade, musket. Oh, I need a bit more iron for that. Yeah. It's alright for other people's flags, and again, I don't mind if somebody lives in the UK and, like, you know, they come from somewhere else, them flying their flag as well as our flag. It doesn't really bother me, but it's when it gets to the stage where the Union Jack and St George's flag are banned, they're not allowed. They're doing it with St Andrew's flag as well in Scotland, but funnily enough, not the Welsh flag. They forgot the Welsh exist. But, you know, all these foreign flags are allowed, but not your country's flag. No, that's offensive. But Kia did say to Trump, well, we've had free speech for a very long time here. Which thing's dystopian? Sorry, Kevin. The handing out rape alarms to the kids, but still keeping the migrants there, or the things to do with the flags? Which one, sorry? There's so much dystopian shit in Britain that I forget what stuff is currently the problem. I'm gonna keep the nails on me for the other island. Put that there. Actually, no. Yeah, we will take the nails. Is there anything I particularly came to do on this island? I can't remember compared to my previous one. Oh, I might make some ammo while I'm here. Yeah, let's make some ammo. Right, I think I can make really shitty stone ammo. Let's do that, yeah. Workbench. Actually, let's just do copper bullets, because I know stone ones are poor ballistics. Let's make 2 of these. So that gives us those rounds, plus what I had before. So I've got 15 rounds now. And how much gunpowder do I have? 27. Oh, I've got a load of pearl ammo as well, okay. But the gunpowder I think I'll start getting from the other enemies anyway. Like, in those camp sort of places. So we want to go west, don't we, as soon as we land on this island, like southwest. Yeah, it will make an irritating loud sound, but sorry, can't deal with the actual problem, which is you, the taxpayer, having to house people that don't speak English, that have a certain thing towards little girls and boys. No, don't be racist and notice things like that. Yeah, or just not having the migrants there in the first place, which would be the really fucking easy thing to do. Like a lot of us have said, if they've got asylum claims, put them in, and I want to be very clear when I say camps, I don't mean Adolf style of holiday camp, but put them in some sort of very basic internment camp where they get fed 3 meals a day, they can go inside if it's raining, you know, that sort of camp. And then, you know, if then they can wait out their asylum claim there. And then that will get rid of lots of the chances, because they won't be getting all the free shit and all the funny stuff they can do. You know, they'll be literally in a camp while their claims are processed. But if you're a genuine asylum seeker and you came from some war-torn shithole, you'd probably think that's not too bad to put up with for a few months, and then I'll get relocated if I'm a genuine asylum seeker. But yeah, so we could do that, or you said, like, we could have guards and all that. But no, it's, fuck it, give the kids some rape alarms. So they're almost admitting there's a problem going on, but they don't want to admit any more than that. It's like the one with the Bell Hotel, if you know about this, where there was a hotel where there was some sex attacks on kids from the migrants in there. All the locals protested to the point the Bell Hotel had to close down. And then the government literally took an injunction out against the local council to say, no, you are going to house these third worlders here, whether you like it or not. So the government literally took legal action against the people of this country to do that. And then they speak out the other side of their mouth going, oh no, we really do want to solve this illegal immigration problem. It's like, no you don't. Why would you be doing shit like that if, you know... Because, yeah, if the government is actively trying to stop people, you know, from stopping these people being housed in their areas, clearly then the government is involved in it. You know, it's not like the government said, oh, okay, sorry, yeah, whatever. No, they literally went, right, we're going to take an injunction out against the locals or whatever it was to force them to have Mohammed and the Gubu and whoever else in this asylum hotel. And again, British homeless people don't get to stay in hotels. Most of them don't even get hostels or anything, but the people that come over here and commit crimes do. Oh, there's a load of clay there, I don't really need it. And then I will mark that, actually, saying like that, clay. Clay... right, so I'm going to have to actually take the boat, aren't I? I'm going to have to go west and take the boat. So this might not have been the best island to have built that, like, fast travel point on, but whatever. It's still here. I think in the demo, this was all like one big second island, or it might have been 2 very big second islands, whereas... Oh, now, I reckon that ship up there might be the one I want, because it's still got a bit of a sail on it and everything else. So let's just take the boat due north to this one. Oh yeah, there was one in Finland, wasn't there, as well, with, what it was like, wait, don't touch me there, that is my no-no square, or something like that. And it's like, the people aren't, if you're already having to explain to them what consent is and all this, it's not going to work. You know, these people know they're doing wrong and they do it anyway. It's not like they're just fucking stupid people that don't know. They fucking know what they're doing is wrong. But yeah, lots of Europe has this suicidal, unfortunately, thing of, by trying to be so nice to these people, we're destroying ourselves. Yeah, I reckon this is the ship that might be the salvageable one. We've got some enemy things to deal with though around here. Ah yeah, I need a big about 50 experience points. I've not got enough to level up again yet, have I? No, I've not got enough for... Oh, have I got... Oh, I haven't got any talent points yet, right. Let's deal with these things anyway, so 5, let's firstly... Oh, might need to be a bit closer now with the smooth ball. Make red... Oh, can I crouch? Is there a crouch? I don't know. At least that guy's fucking fast with his ramrod. Speaking of these migrant hotels as well, there was another one where the police arrested somebody because this local guy went into the migrant hotel, saw that they were being given free food and just walked along and asked what you could have, and they just assumed he was one of them and gave him a load of freebies. And then when he posted a video on it online showing that, you know, they get all this stuff for free, the police came and arrested him for not paying for the food that's given to the migrants for free. That was another one. That happens to a lot of people. Unlock away from them, let's run off and heal. Okay. I need to eat some food in a minute. Let's have one of those, and then use that last health potion. Oh no, I've still got 4 of those left. Okay, cool. Now we need to get all the way back over here, don't we? That's that one there. Okay, so let's just sail straight over there in our boat. Okay, at least it's not very long to go get to that little bit of the island there, is it? Then I'll need to find out what the repair things are for that ship. I will be off fairly soon, like I keep saying, but I might just want to see if we can get this ship going. Although I can't remember that ship if it actually gets going until you rescue all the crew. I don't think it does. I think the crew repair it once you start the initial repairs on it. So it might be a case that, yeah, I still won't be able to show you a full-on ship this stream. I'll probably play some more of this on stream tomorrow, because like I said, this has been one of the most, like, my most anticipated games so far of this year, even when it came out of nowhere, because, you know, a developer that actually makes games, you know, an indie one. those crabs don't attack you, do they? Those little ones, they're just food. Yeah, again, so much of this is, like I was saying, just suicidal politicians in a sense. Again, another word I can't use on YouTube. Where it's... Lots of these problems would naturally be solved if people were just allowed... Because again, in the UK, for example, about over the last 40 years, whenever people have been questioned if they want more or less immigration, people always vote for less immigration, and then the governments of the time go, oh, that's what you voted for, but you're not going to get it. So again, it's one of those things, and again, like I said, I don't have a problem with skilled people that come over here and contribute. They're not the ones I'm on about. I'm on about the people that, you know, we are literally net paying for, that commit horrible crimes. Because, like I said, it's this sort of thing that, you know, you get some people that come over and really contribute and whatever else. And then, yeah, you get some people that come over that just literally claim benefits for their entire time they're here. Even if they're not going out and committing crimes, you know, they're literally here, and you have to work harder and, you know, pay higher taxes to pay for these people. Oh, Skull and Bones, I've heard of that, yeah. I think one of my mates played a lot of that. Was that like a multiplayer one where you fight different ships, was it? If I remember right. Right, what do we need to repair this? 100 wood, 20 nails, 20 fabric and 10 ropes. Okay, so we want to make another bonfire near here in a minute, and so right, we'll just make that kind of craft. I've got enough wood hides and can't find that. Okay, yeah. Because like I said, I didn't play it. But again, some of the games like that aren't really my sort of thing. Because I like this because it's PvE. So it's just kind of relaxing, you chat with people. And like I said, it's sort of just like a big old-fashioned RPG the way Bethesda used to make games, but they don't anymore. As in, you know, there's skills you level up, there's side quests, even if there's not loads of voice acting or anything. Right, okay, so we've got some of that stuff. But what I want to do now is make... Yeah, first make that container, yeah. Right, then we want to make another bonfire. Then we want to make a tent so I can respawn. Yeah. Okay, now we're going to want... was it a basic crafting bench? Let's go back and see what it said I needed. I think there was like cloth, wasn't there, and stuff like that. Cloth and ropes, I think, with some of the things. Yeah, maybe it's Sea of Thieves I'm thinking of rather than Skull and Bones, I can't remember. Right, 100 wood, 20 nails, 20 fabric, 10 ropes. Yeah, I want a crafting bench. Nearly got enough wood. Oh, banana. Banana. Oh, those dodos coming after me. Coming right for us. Right, okay, so that's those dodos dealt with. So I'm going to want a cooking pot as well, aren't I? As well as, just for the convenience of it. Not enough resources. I need stone, but I don't have inventory space for stones. But I will need a workbench. Yep. Right, what can I get rid of in my... Oh, it's just in that storage thing for now. Pop these things. I definitely don't need those. Don't need that or that at the moment either. Now I can collect some stones. 1, 2. You don't need many for the campfire thing, do you? Like a little cauldron. I think it's only a few stones you need. Right, okay, so let's just put all of that's available and turn it into actual food. Yeah. Right, there we go. And then I'm going to put into storage here all those dodo eggs I don't need. Right, so I think it was ropes and cloth, wasn't it? Yeah, although like I said, it was a demo until recently. You couldn't even buy it, and now it's early access. So saying, but it's only about £20, and if I get £20 worth of enjoyment out of it, which I think I will, that's all right. Like I said, that's the thing with some other early access games, that as long as they don't get abandoned before all the content that's meant to be in the game is finished, I don't mind. Right. So I know there was cloth and ropes. Was it like 20 cloth and 10 ropes? I need to get some more of that. Plant fibre. I wasn't even trying to knock that tree down. It just happened to hitting up into it, but it sort of happened. Hopefully I've got enough to finish doing a load of those ropes now. Or whatever it was I was doing. So... I think it was 10 of those, 20 of those. I know I already made some, but let's just do that amount and then just go have a look. $20 fabric, 10 ropes, 20 nails, 100 wood. There we go. I was going to say, I thought I had all that on me, but there we go. Right, have I leveled up from that or not quite? No, not quite. Right, I will be off in a minute. So we've repaired the boat. I've still got crew members I need to rescue, and then that's it. This is literally, once you rescue the crew members, is about as much as the demo as I played. Because I didn't want to either get to the sort of thing in this, you know, on the demo, where I'd, you know, played loads of the game and then would have to redo all of it, even though some of it has changed a little bit since then. But, you know, that was one of the things when this was still a demo. But I thought, even though there's still a bit more to play, I'm very confident I'm going to buy it. I don't want to, you know, play so much of the demo, it takes me ages to get back to that sort of same area in the main game. Yeah, I can kind of get what you mean by that, Kevin, yeah. I think there's sea shanties when you're on the actual ships. But, yeah. Again, a Wild West sort of equivalent of this might also work. Where, you have to make your homestead and then there's, either monsters or Indians or whatever else. And then the game would get cancelled because, you couldn't have Native Americans as enemies, even if they were, like, really vicious or something, because, that would be triggering or something like that. Fallout London's really good. There's actually a free DLC thing as well for it. I played all of the main story, and that was quite good. Like I said, Fallout London is genuinely very, very good. Genuinely very good. Like, again, there's some bits I don't quite like the design choices on, and, you know, because it's Gamebryo, it's not that reliable still. You still got those sort of issues. But yeah, in general, Fallout London, I'd say, was very, very good. Like I said, I ought to replay it at some point and, you know, finish off, like, you know, run through it again and find the DLC content and stuff like that. But yeah, I really, really like Fallout London. You know, the people who made it obviously put a hell of a lot of effort into it, and, assume that's just something turn into, factions to gain reputation, I think, yeah. Anyway, I will be off now, so have a good evening, everybody. I'm hopefully going to be on tomorrow, playing some more of this. Like I said, I'm going to see if one of my friends wants to play any of this co-op in a bit. But, right, so yeah, I just assume I exit to main menu now. So yeah, we have been playing for about, what, like 3.5 hours or something tonight. I've been streaming for 3 hours 46 minutes. So yeah, don't forget to like the stream on your way out. And yeah, I will, like I said, hopefully stream a bit tomorrow, as well as getting another Audery video filmed and that. But yeah, see you all hopefully tomorrow. So yeah, I'll just alt tab out of this, close the chat window, and yeah, see you all guys.